Can anyone tell me why? And this happened early before the ETF approval. Remember, they said that ETF will be disapproved. SEC's account on Twitter got hacked. I don't know if you remember that period, around January or late December, right? Why? Why does the government lie to you? Okay. Now, if you think that the government does not lie to you, you live in a world where you think that government takes care of you, they really care about you. Okay. You let me know what you're eating and let me know what you're smoking. Maybe I need some of that sometimes too. Okay, share with me. Okay, I will tell you something here. I live in Dubai, and Dubai is considered a perfect government, and this is not even a perfect government in my opinion, right? And in America, everything is corrupted. Everybody's corrupted. Okay, and news media, it's all lies. But if you believe in news and media, like I know even my own parents, they say that CNN is the most reliable news. They've been telling me CNN is the most reliable news, right? Which is bullshit. You all know that CNN does nothing but spread fake lies. But they are targeting the naive people. They are targeting the people that are nice, that are naive, that are too I don't want to use the word, but coming from New York, having lived in New York, we have to say this. People that are too dumb to actually use their mind, right? And these are the people that are what in the Chinese they call the chives, right? They are the chives. These are the people that lose money and don't know why, right? So there are a lot of fake news. There are a lot of fake fundamentals. So the only thing sometimes you can believe are going to be candlesticks, are going to be charts. Because why? Because chart is history. Chart moves based on the actual movement of price. You understand what I'm saying? If it makes sense right now, type in MS in the chat for makes sense, right? Some people don't believe me. They say, well, you don't understand. Fundamental is everything. I highly disagree, right? We've seen that happen early this year with Bitcoin already, okay? So number 3, it helps give you certainty in investing and trading, basically just to give you confidence, right? So today we're going to be doing a lot of things on live streaming chart, which basically means we will be doing live chart. There's no point for me to show you like charts that I draw because those are not real. I need to show you something that is real. And if you follow me long enough, you know that I have no intention to draw up some candlesticks and tell you the best case scenario. For me, I want to show you what is probable and what is something that will absolutely happen in real life. So do me a big favor here. If you can, I want you guys to have like a trading view open at all time, right? A trading view open at all time. I think most likely today we'll be looking at a lot of Bitcoin chart. We'll be looking at Ethereum chart. We look at a lot of strong coins, but if you like me to go look into like the smaller altcoins, and sometimes it doesn't even have to be altcoins. It can be stocks, it can be commodities. I will be happy to look into that as well, because technically TA works for most of the same scenario. Okay, now just want to ask you guys here: how many of you here you're brand new to TradingView? Like when you see TradingView, it's like you're trying to fly a rocket ship. You have that feeling. If that's you, type in me in the chat. Just want to know, right? If you have that feeling, type in me in the chat. Oh my God. Okay. So I'll just teach you some basic of TradingView first. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, oh, wow, I don't want to learn basic. I'm not here to learn basic, right? So, guys, for the sake of everybody, I do need to cover a little bit basic. So if you feel like it's so boring to learn the basics of TradingView, I would suggest you go for a quick 10 minutes coffee break and then come back, okay? And then come back. So I'll do a quick one, guys, because the reason is because these kind of things you have to learn yourself and you have to have the dedication to learn yourself, okay? And by the way, before we get started, I also need you to know this. I noticed the attendance for TIM has dropped almost by half, okay? Almost by half. Why do you think that is? Okay, why do you think that is? Okay, so previous Trend Investing Masterclass, we have close to 600 people, maybe more than that. But right now, I'm registering about 298 people. Why do you think that is? Okay, some people say, oh, Desmond is very boring, hence hell on a weekend. Okay, it's a lot. Previously, it was also weekend. Language barrier, right? It's Sunday. Well, everyone has to family day. Okay, I'll tell you this. It's not Sunday. It's not this and that. I'll tell you before. Retail only comes in when market is up. Smart money comes in when market is down. Making sense? If that makes sense, type in MS in the chat. Right? Type in MS in the chat. Okay? No, I'm not just talking about today. I'm just talking yesterday too. I was looking at the numbers yesterday. If it's church service, Saturday is not church service day unless you are Evan, right? Right? So the thing is that the people that are missing out, the people that are not here at times like this, are the people that are gonna be like, God damn it, I wish I was here. right? And I've seen this happen in May, June, July last year. Bitcoin was hovering around $20,000. Everybody was like, well, no point learning about crypto right now. Crypto is BS right now. It's useless right now. In January, they say, God damn it, I wish I attended a TIM in July 2023, right? And this pattern is going to repeat again. And why am I telling you this? I'm not telling you this because I'm mad or anything like that. It doesn't concern me that much. But I'm telling you this because, right, this is how the market thinks. And those people, they only come in when price is high. High here, they are our exit liquidity. They are the people that will make money from. This is the ugly fact of financial market. If you understand, type in "you" in the chat, right? And then they wonder why they're losing money. And then they wonder why they don't make money. And then they blame it on, future trend is not good enough. They didn't motivate me. They didn't tell me stories. The strategy doesn't work, right? They can't even be here. That's what I'm talking about. If you understand what I'm saying, that type in a "you," yeah, so I know. Okay, anyway, let's keep the fluff away. Okay. It could be more Chinese speaking members than English. Actually, that's not entirely true. Yeah, for this year, that's not entirely true. Anyway, let's go through this. Now, few things that you need to understand when it comes to TradingView, which is the functions. Okay, so you click here. Obviously, you search for whatever crypto you want to search for. You need to know the crypto sticker. So where do I find the crypto sticker? Can anyone tell me? Okay, this is very basic stuff, but I don't know why so many people are still confused about this. Right? How do you search for a ticker? Do you guys know? So, for example, let's say I want to go trade the coin layer AI. Okay, so I type for layer AI, as you can see here. So I'll click layer AI. So then the ticker will usually be here. But if you are trading on certain exchange, you need to go check on markets. You go over here, make sure it's the right ticker, because previously Bybit registered it as GPT, right? And then some of you got confused. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! And then you start panicking, right? You have to check. You have to check here. It's very, very simple. So for example, right now we want to trade, let's say I say, okay, we're going to trade Pepe coin, right? Pepe coin. So we're going to type in Pepe coin. Now, which one is the right one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? Which one is the right one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Correct. It's 1, right? So can I use this chart? Can I use this chart? Is this correct? Is this correct? Yes or no? Are you sure? It's both are Pepe. Some are like, I don't know, this sounds like a trick question right now. This guy is trying to trick me, right? I don't know, better not answer and make a fool of myself, right? It's different. Pepe and Pepe coin are two different coins. So oftentimes, what are the first thing that you need to see first? First thing you need to see is going to be the ticker, Pepe coin. Okay, some people are very careless. They see Pepe, they see green color, they say it's the same thing. Guys, if I wear green shirt, am I also Pepe? Right? So please don't be so stupid, right? You have to be very, very careful when it comes to this. Pepe coin and Pepe, two different things, okay? So you have to look at the ticker. You can double check by going to the markets, double check what is the ticker. Very, very important. Most people don't double check. Jonathan was telling me a lot of you confused why Arviv and Arbitrum, the spelling is almost the same. It is so different, but yet you still think it's the same. I also don't know how to say, right? Because if you think like that, I really don't know. I don't know what's wrong. Could be maybe you want to check your eyes. Okay, Linus is saying Velo and Velodrome, exactly, right? Because sometimes we have to post very, very fast and we don't have time to go explain to you which is which. Anyway, let's go for the basics. So you type in the symbol already and then the time frame. Okay, time frame, very, very important. I suggest you to search your favorite time frame. I do use some really weird time frame. So if I pull down, you can actually go and add intervals and all this kind of stuff. You can see that add custom interval. Certain days, I know a guy that trade 9 hours chart. I know a guy that trades 7-hour chart. So you do what you want. You can add custom interval here if you want to. I'll just use a standard one for today, right? Indicators, this is where you add your indicators, whatever indicator you want to use. For example, let's say you want to use Bollinger Band, you can click it and Bollinger Band opens. If you don't know what it is, just ignore it, doesn't matter. We personally don't use a lot of indicators here, okay? Now, next thing is, if you want to replay a scenario, you can see replay. So let's say you want to replay it on March 17, Sunday. You click that, right? and then it cuts out. So you can plan your trading strategy, you can test and back test your trading strategy based on this, right? So later I'll show you more of this if I have an opportunity, but right now I'll just skip this for now. You can play with the replay later on. So this is undo, redo. I think this is quite simple, quite straightforward, okay? And then the most important for me is going to be this column here, right? This is what you're going to use the most, right? So besides dragging this around, this is what you're going to use the most. So this is a trend line. Okay, if you click that, if you click this, you have many types of lines. Personally, there's a few lines that you need to pay attention to. You can see the ones that are highlighted or star. Okay, you guys can star the same thing as well. So we'll be using the same thing. Trend line, okay, horizontal line, vertical, you don't need to star. We don't use a lot of vertical unless you do week of logic. Okay. Parallel channel, this one you use a lot. Okay, the rest you can ignore. All these are too complicated, right? Trend line, what it is, simple. It's just to draw a line like this. When price is trending down, you draw the line on the top part. Okay, you draw the line on the top part. This forms a slanted resistance. Please, everyone, type in SR, slanted resistance in the chat, right? Slanted resistance in the chat, right? And then if the price is trending up, you put at the bottom like this. Okay, you put at the bottom like this. Okay, this is called a slanted support. Type in SS for slanted support. Very simple, right? Some people ask, do you stop at the wick or do you stop at the candle? How many of you have this question in your mind, right? How many of you have this question in your mind? Okay, the answer is up to you. Okay, now the thing is when I say up to you, people get angry. Wow, how can it be up to me? I'm not the guy that designed technical analysis. So what I mean by up to you is very, very simple. If you put your line at the wick, that means you are looking for a range of support or a range of resistance. If you put it at the body, it's too tight. So personally, I think that putting at the body is very risky because that is assuming that the price has already eaten up all the limit orders. I don't put on the body. I put on the wick. The wick are the sharp points here. For those of you who don't understand candlestick, I will also explain to you a few things you need to understand about candlestick. This sharp part here is called wick. Okay, the reason why there is a wick is because price was visiting all the way down here, but it got bought up all the way and closed at this level. Okay, which basically means, okay, let me see if I can zoom in even bigger. I'll use this one here. Okay, I'll use this red color candle here. Okay, basically price was having a sell down. It sold all the way here, but there is a huge buy order around this area. Okay, there is a lot of people buying in this price area, hence pushing the price to close around this. And the moment it closed, this is a day chart. Okay, day chart, which means it's a 1 day. Every candle represents 1 day, which means at 12 o'clock, okay, it got pushed all the way up here, and then now it moves on to the next candle. Make sense, right? And if you see a lot of candles where it's alternate color, red, green, and all the candles getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, this is called indecision. Indecision means the price don't know where to go, right? But it has a 60% chance of reversal, a 60% chance of reversal. Now, it's very low still, 50, because it's close to 50-50. When it's 50-50, it's gambling, right? When it moves like this, the candle gets closer. When the candle is getting smaller and alternate, it means price indecision. Please type in PI in the chat. Okay, PI in the chat. Now, but when you start seeing this kind of candle, I will talk about this type of candle a lot, right? These candles, some people call hammer, whatever, which I just call it skinny candle, or you can call it a doji candle, whatever you call it. All this skinny type of candle means price is very, very indecisive, which means it might reverse now, which creates the reversal. Okay, now I don't trade using typical retail TA, but this is what retail TA is all about. Okay, but you need to know the basics. Okay, that is the trend line. Now, what is horizontal line? Just easy to draw support resistance. You can see that if I do a horizontal like this, it's easy for me to draw swing high, swing low. This is swing high, this is swing low. This is resistance, this is support. Swing high basically means price visit the highest point. Swing low basically means price visits the lowest point. Okay, just that simple. If you understand, type in U in the chat. Very, very basic. Now, I do believe that we will enter a lot of parallel channel this year. What is parallel channel? Parallel channel is really cool because it's kind of like a sideway but slanted. So what I mean by that? You see, if I draw this from the top all the way to this top, right? Then I can open up like this. Whoa, look at that. Cool, right? Why do we want to do this? because this is called slanted sideways. What do I mean by slanted sideways or slanted consolidation to be exact? Because this is for people that trade breakout. They will use this kind of drawing a lot. The idea is when the price is below the blue line in the middle, which shows the equilibrium. This is the equilibrium. Equilibrium means the middle part, the middle price. When it goes down, you DCA, right? When it goes up, you sell. Okay, that's the basic idea, right? Or if you believe this is a strong coin that will potentially fly even further, let's say you think that Toncoin goes through this, and then you'll be like, okay, I want to DCA, I want to buy Toncoin, but I don't want to buy too high. So whenever it goes below the blue line, you buy, right? And now it's on the top, you wait. It goes back down, you buy, right? Because if you notice, now this whole thing follows the stochastic RSI. Basically, RSI basically just means that overbuy and oversell. So right now, when it's at the top, it's overbought. So it has to, unless there's news, it will come down. Okay, unless there's news or manipulation, it will come down. So when it comes down, you buy more. Okay, if that makes sense to you, type in MS in the chat. That's what parallel channel is all about, right? Some people say, I don't like your color. You can change color, do whatever you want, okay? This is my chart. I do whatever I want to my chart, right? You can change color here. Some people say, oh, Desmond, you're not cool. It has to be pink color, do whatever you want, okay? So the way I also see this is, a lot of people probably don't agree with this. The way I also see this is this part here, the top acts as a slanted resistance. The bottom part acts as a slanted support. Okay, if that's making sense to you, type in MS in the chat. Okay, really, really good. Okay, so I'll remove drawing. How do I remove all the drawing? Right click. Okay, remove drawing. And one of the function that you need to use a lot is going to be reset chart, just so that you can clean up the chart a little bit. Now, that is the trend lines, all the lines. If you guys get it, type in lines. Then Fibonacci retracement. This is something that I will not teach today because I don't use a lot. But the idea is that you just form a Fibonacci like this. It tells you where the golden zone is, which is 0.618 and 0.15. Sorry, 0.618 and 0.5. This one requires a separate session. I'm not a Fibo guy. I do believe that, I see many times where the golden zones actually get weak by the stop loss, because that's when smart money is at play. It's not my trading style. Okay, but I'll let you know about that. It is within the possibility, right? Yes, Fibo need to wait for Amy because Amy is Fibo queen. I am not Fibo king. I don't know much about Fibo. Actually, I do, but it's just not something that I use. Okay, it's just very, very different style. It's like different people cook fried rice differently, right? Mine is a bit wet. Maybe Amy's a bit dry. I don't know, right? Anyway, all right. So once we're here, this is a very important tool that you need to use. Okay, this one here you can ignore. This one I don't really use it a lot. But some people, they like to use it to teach. I think it's good to use as teaching method, right? So a few patterns that you obviously need to remember is going to be left shoulder, okay, like this. This is called head and shoulder. Head and shoulder obviously referring to a pattern, okay? When you see the price moves in this direction, right, it creates a head and shoulder. Okay, what does this mean? Actually, in smart money, this will make a lot of sense. But let's talk retail TA first. If the chart forms something like this, now obviously there's no head and shoulder here. This is more like no shoulder and then head, and then no shoulder, then head, then shoulder on the right. But if it forms something like this is a what pattern? Do you think this is bullish or bearish, guys? Okay, this is bullish or bearish. What do you think? Okay, this is a bearish pattern. Why? Because the price keep testing the top, which obviously here there's a big sell order. It keep testing the top, fail. Come back down, fail. Come back down, fail. Right? So now smart money realize that there is no choice but to push the price down and take profit. Okay? So that is called head and shoulder. Now, when I'll be using this term a lot in the Discord. Okay, so bear in mind. And then you see this little green dot here, little green dot. Okay, this is called the neckline. Everybody please type in neckline. Okay, neckline. Okay, basically it's the neck. You have the head, you have the neck. Okay, so however, bear in mind that this head and shoulder pattern also work in an opposite way. Okay, in an opposite way. So now, is this bullish or bearish? Is this bullish or bearish? Okay, this is bullish. This is, oh my God, I was trying to use this background to teach, but I find it very difficult now because I keep forgetting which side I am, okay? But this is bullish. This is very, very bullish. Once it hit through the neckline, it will break out, that's when you open a trade. You don't trade in this region. You do not trade in this region. You trade once it passed the neckline. Okay, very simple. Okay, let me see what else here. Okay, there's nothing much here that I think you should pay attention to. I guess Elliott wave. I'm not a big fan of that. So then the forecasting tool. This is very important. Once you go here, there is the projection. You only need to look into these two, long and short position. The rest you can ignore. Okay, the rest you can ignore. Okay, only long and short position. You go star it. Okay, you click the star. I think there's a star here, right? You just click the star. What does it do? So for instance, if I open a long position here, and let's say around this price, I open a long position. I open long trade. This I put, let's say I want to take profit at this highest region here, and then I want to put my stop loss at the point of this wick here, right? So this forecasting tool helps me to forecast how much money I'm going to be making. So you can see my risk reward ratio is 2.87. 2.87, which means every $100 margin that I put into this trade, right? 282, sorry, let me say that again, apologize, right? It's morning here, okay. 2.87 risk reward ratio. So in Discord, I'll put this as RR, double R. Okay, everyone, please type in RR, right? So if I trade $100, if it hits my TP here, I will make how much? 287, right? 287. But if I lose, I will lose the $100. Okay, this is called risk reward ratio. So my risk reward ratio should be more than 2 in order for me to open a trade. Okay, if it's less than 2, the trade is too risky. Okay, in fact, even if I think less than 2.5, the trade is too risky, right? So personally, right now, especially in the market where there's a lot of smart money consolidating, I can see that in Ethereum chart. I can see this in this chart also in Pepe chart, right? The smart money are manipulating the price. Okay, so I will want to be a lot safer. So I will typically go for a trade that is 2.5 or higher. Okay, so this trading views system helps me calculate whether a trade is worth taking or not. If you understand so far, typing you in the chat, right? Before you think, oh, this one is so much. Oh my God, I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. Later, we will use all of these tools. Then you'll get a bit more familiarized. Okay, and let's say if I'm shorting, let's say I put my stop loss right here, and then I want to short, I want to take profit, let's say at this zone, my risk reward is 7.4. So my $100 will become $740 per se. This is the risk reward ratio. Obviously, this is controlled by how far your stop loss is and how far your TP is. Commonly used in the Forex market, okay, and also stock trading. But in crypto, we use this as well, but we also use the moving stop loss strategy, okay? So that's something that you can also use. So this is just to project, and obviously you can go ahead and highlight it first just so that you can use it later. Okay, very, very simple. And then brush, obviously, you do all this funny stuff. Okay, you draw stuff. That's brush. Okay, it's usually for teaching. Okay, it's usually for teaching. In fact, I don't use it a lot when I'm trading. Okay, and then highlighter is also for teaching. If you guys have intention to be a future trends coach, you need to use all this stuff. Okay. What else? Rectangle, obviously, to draw shelf. Let's say to draw certain consolidation. Oh, it's consolidating here. You draw. Or let's say you have a question to ask. This is very common in Discord. And I feel very, very sad. And I feel very, very stressed. People ask me, Desmond, what do you think? This is a day chart, and this whole thing is like this. Which part do you want me to think? I don't know. So you highlight. Let's say, Desmond, I want you to think about this part. Then at least you highlight. You put a text. Okay. What do you think of this part? Then I know which part you're talking about. Sometimes people ask me, what do you think about this part? I say, which part? They say, this part. Okay. This part, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about at all. I have zero idea. So you have to make sure you label like this so I know your questions. Okay. If you understand so far, typing you in the chat. Because some people ask me, what do you think about the red candle? What do you mean? Which one? Tell me, right? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? And I need to know, right? Quality of your question determine the qualities of your answer, right? Now, the next one that I use very often to teach is going to be path. Path is obviously trying to draw path, kind of like to predict a certain price movement, right? That's for teaching as well mainly, okay? And then also circle just to highlight certain areas so I remember, or also for teaching mainly, okay? Just like that, okay? Okay, there you can see, really good, okay? And then let's see what else. I think that's basically it. Okay. Oh, one more thing that is quite, I guess, you can use. So, for example, let's go to a 1 hour chart. Okay, let's go to a 1 hour chart. Let's say you are longing Pepe from all the way from the bottom here, right? Let's say you are a genius, okay, and you long from the bottom here all the way to the top. So you want to calculate how much profit you'll be making. You can open this ruler-looking thing, call measure. You click this right here, and then you draw all the way to the top where you take profit. It gives you an idea about what is your return. You can see this. This is 15.16%. You see that? This is 15.16%. Now, obviously, this is without leverage. So if you use leverage of 10, there'll be 150%, for instance. Okay? If you understand so far, type in U. So there's a lot of functions I just need to tell you, but you don't need to know everything. You just need to go play enough and then you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So it's typical standard function like changing the background. You say, Desmond, I don't like white color. It's not cool. I need everything to be pink. I need everything to be black. You do whatever you want. I will keep mine white because it's just easier for me to see. Okay? That's trading view. Okay. If you understand so far, typing U in the chat. Just want to double check. Everything is good. Okay. Now I want to go through the basic ones to just give you a basic idea. Now we go back to proper coins. Yeah. Go back to few more things that is quite important. I want you to see this. Okay, this is a very different Bitcoin chart. At least I want to teach this first before I forget. Bitcoin CME futures. All you need to do is just type in BTC on the trading view and you'll see Bitcoin futures and you'll see CME. Anyone can tell me what is CME? Huh? What is CME? Okay, CME is the association, okay? It's the exchange that actually govern options and futures. So Bitcoin futures, you can see CME, this is very different than the actual Bitcoin chart in a way that this one actually have gaps. So for those of you who traded smart money with me, you'll know that it's very similar to fair value gap, right? So there are gaps here, as you can see, there are gaps here. So the idea is that why is there gaps? Because this is weekend. So if there is a price jump, there is a big price jump during a weekend, right? Because there is a futures market, price will always revisit the area to take up orders before it goes back up. That is the thing that you need to understand. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm saying, you just need to understand this, right? If there is gap, you ask yourself on the weekend, the price of Bitcoin, was it a jump or was it a drop? If it's a drop, the price will come back up to the area to take order before it go back down. Okay. If there is a jump, the price pump during the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, because CME is not open on Saturday, Sunday, price will revisit the area before making another jump. Okay. This is as simple as CME gap is similar to FVG, is different, but it's about the same. Okay, FVG is created because of imbalance, price move too quick. CME gap is created because of Saturday, Sunday, the company is not open. Right? So there's a lot of liquidity that's left over, right? So because of that. Okay, so how to see the color sessions below the bar? Below the bar, this one. Okay, how to see? I'll unsee it for you first because that's not important. Okay, that's just volume. Doesn't really matter that much. You can add volume by going to indicator and then you go type in volume. You search whatever volume you want. Okay, let's say usually people will use this one. Okay. All right, super simple. Now I want to go through the typical Bitcoin chart that is 24/7 non-stop. So how do you do that? You type BTC and then type USD at the back. Okay, and then you'll go to, let's say we go with Coinbase. I mean below volume. These ones, okay, because you're asking for it, I also delete this first. They are not important. So I just use that for teaching, but I don't use them a lot. Okay, I'll go back to that later on. Okay, those are not important for now, right? So let's talk about the basic support resistance. Okay, let's go on the top here. First thing first, when you trade, is you reset your chart view, gives you a basic idea about where you need to be looking, and then you'll go open a horizontal line. One of the things that you must do is to draw a swing high and you draw a swing low. So you basically can see that price is actually bouncing around this region. It goes all the way up, come back down, then go back up. It's bouncing around this region. Okay, we can see that this is the region that it's exploring, and it's moving on the sideways. Okay, now then what we need to do is we need to draw something called resistance point. Now on the top here, this is already a resistance point. Can anyone tell me why do I say this is a resistance point? Why? Right? This is a resistance. Why? Okay, why is this a resistance? Okay, Simple. Because the price with so much energy, as you can see, so much energy, 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 hits it and then bounce back down, test it again, come back down, test it again, comes back down. Okay. So naturally price must move down. So what is this? Can anyone tell me what is this pattern? Okay. What is this pattern? Okay. It's actually a head and shoulder. Now, the thing is, right, a lot of TA people, which I hate, right, what they do is that they say, oh, this is not head and shoulder. Why? The head is too short because the shoulder is too high. Guys, you're not drawing a cartoon, right? You're not, what are you doing, right? This is a basic head and shoulder, right? You can see that, okay? You can see that. So the price is going to go down. We just don't know when, right? We know it's going to go down. It's tested like 3 times already on the top. You can see that it tested the top 3 times. Now, why does the price drop from why does the price cannot maintain the momentum of going up? Why the price cannot keep going up? Can anyone tell me? Okay, it is a triple top. It's the same thing, it's just different pattern, they're different words, right? Because once you learn smart money, you realize that all these words are just used to teach like people, right? But the idea is that there is a strong sell order here. Basically, the idea is for Bitcoin, between the price of 87,000 all the way to 87,500. You see that? Maybe not 87,500. I'll just put out a wick here. Okay, 87,300, around this area here. So 87,000. Not 87. Why do I say 87? 67,000. 67,000. Let me draw a line here. Okay, 67,000 all the way to 67,300. People are selling at this price. The idea is that the moment price shoots there are a lot of people that put sell order in this area, sells it down. Okay, and then it pushes it up again, it sells it down. Push it up again, sells it down. It shows what? The sales order here are very, very strong. There are a lot of people here that are trying to sell. There are a lot of people here that don't care what's happening with the fundamental at all. As long as it's between 67,000 to 67,300, I will be selling my Bitcoin. So they queue on the exchange. They tell the exchange, okay, my Bitcoin is here. Every time it goes into this zone, this box, you sell my Bitcoin for me. If you understand, type in yes in the chat. That is called resistance, right? That is called resistance. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Can this resistance be broken through? Yes. It requires news. It requires some good news or some fundamental news. And how you will see it breaking through is when you draw a line like this, the whole candle must go into the box. That is called Desmond's sponge and bathtub analogy, okay, or metaphor, whatever you want to call it. All right. The idea is, think of it like this: there is a reverse bathtub here. Okay, just imagine like we live in a crazy world. The bathtub is reversed. There's a lot of water inside here. And these water are basically limit orders. Okay, if you understand, typing U in the chat. Okay, the waters are limit orders. These are your shower water, right? Your bathtub water, your bath water, right? There's a lot of limit orders inside. Okay, and then if a wick goes in, like you can see here, a wick. Okay, the needle, the wick goes in. Imagine like a string, like a thread, right? Goes into the bathtub and then pull it out. Do you think it will suck up a lot of water? Yes or no? A lot of water? Yes or no? Right? A string, just a string. Right? You suck out a lot of water or no? Yes, sir. I think you need to go and buy a string and test it out. Right? It will not suck up a lot of water. In fact, there's a lot of water in the bathtub. There's a reason why I use the word bathtub, not a bowl of water. Right? It will barely suck up a lot of water, yes or no? Because it's just a small string. Right? A small string that you use to like knit or whatever, right? But if I tell you I drop an entire sponge inside, would it suck up a lot of water, yes or no? Okay? Yes or no? Then let me ask you this question. The bathtub have more water now or lesser water? Okay, it will be less water. So the limit order has decreased. So now all of us, we have like, let's say how many people here? We have 344 people here in the room. Everybody take out a sponge and let's just keep soaking the bathtub. Let's just keep soaking the bathtub. We do it non-stop. Let me ask you this question. Within a few rounds, do you think we can suck up a lot of the waters away from the bathtub? Yes or no? Okay, perhaps maybe in one day, all the water will be gone because we keep sucking the water out using our sponge. Yes. But if we use our string, how long would it take? Forever, correct or not? If we use our string one by one, it will take forever. So we need to see the sponge in the bathtub. Then we know there is potentially a breakthrough coming in. Okay. Right now, there is no breakthrough on this chart. Why? Why? Because I don't see the sponge going in at all. You understand what I'm saying? So when you don't see the sponge going in around this area here, you need to start shorting. Okay, you need to start shorting. Why? Because it is not going to break through. So how do you short? You open a short position here. Let's say you see that it goes up and dramatically comes back down. You start shorting around this area at the change of character area. Your stop loss, you can put it on the top here, or you can, to be safe, you can put it here just in case, right? And if you actually open a short, you see it goes all the way down here. Look at your risk reward ratio, guys, 12.54. So your $100 has become $1,200 just by looking at something very simple, understanding the concept of sponge, string, and bathtub. And this is on the resistance side. Okay, if you understand, type in U in the chat. Okay, I will repeat this with support. Now we use support. Okay, we use this area here. I will cover this area here so you don't get confused. Okay, let's say you see that, oh wow, support is forming. How do I know support is forming? Well, price goes all the way down, bounces up, comes back down, bounces up. So we know here there's a support. So we draw a support. Okay, we label it support. Okay, label it as support, right? How do we know that it's support? Let me show you again. Number one, price comes back down, needle, touch here, got bought back up. Okay, come down, bought back up. 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 Means what? Means in this region here, there is a bathtub. Okay, there is a bathtub. Okay, there is a bathtub. There is a bathtub here filled with water. What water? Limit order. Limit order to buy or sell. Can anyone tell me to buy or sell? To buy or sell? To buy, correct. Why? At 63,500, people are buying. People were like, oh, as long as Bitcoin hit 63,500, I will buy. I will buy. As long as it's within this area, I will buy. Okay? And you can see no sponge is going in, which means it's all rejected. The sponge cannot go in at all. It's only the string. So this is a very strong support level. Very, very strong support level. So what do we do here? We wait for it to go up. Okay? Forms a change of character, right? Around here. What's a change of character? For those of you who forgot, right? Right side must be higher than the left side. Right side must be higher than the left side. You go into a smaller chart. Let's say 30 minutes. Divide by 2. We are on 1 hour chart just now. You see, boom, strong momentum. What do we do? Around here, we open a long position, right? Around here, oops, sorry. Around here, we open a long position. Let's say here. No problem at all. We open late. It's okay. We put the stop loss near the bathtub, right? Near the bathtub first, in case there's a volatility. Or if you want to play it safe, you can put it right below the strong momentum candle, right? The strong momentum candle, which is this big long candle here. Okay. You open a long position. Okay. Let's say you want to go for a risk reward ratio of 2.5. Let's see if it makes it. Exactly. Perfect. You can see that, right? Okay. If you open a long position here because you saw the support is forming, okay, you long from the support, you can see price scares you a little bit, boom, flies up and hit your take profit. 2.5, which is 67,000. Okay. So this is how you plan your trade around support and resistance. How do you draw support resistance? First thing first, always understand that you do top-down analysis first. Now, people ask what time frame do you use? Anyone that teaches you to use a certain time frame, they are bullshit, right? There is no such thing as a one time frame that conquers all. Because if there is one time frame that conquers all, then I know where you put your stop loss, right? Then smart money can fool you a lot easier. The idea here is you need to use something called multi-time frame analysis. Please type in MTA, multi-time frame analysis. What is multi-time frame analysis? The idea here is that you go for a big time frame first. Now, for a token that is or a crypto that is a bit historical, a bit older, like Bitcoin, you can start with weekly if you want to. You can start with weekly if you want to. Gives you a little bit of a bigger idea because on a big time frame, it's more accurate. On a small time frame, you use it to find entry and exit point. You don't use small time frame to judge. The most important thing is you need to use the big time frame to find out where are the big support resistance. For example, we know the support is around this area. Okay, it's very, very easy. I think we can all tell, right? It's here. Very, very simple. We saw that price rejection. That's why last year we were all buying in this region. We were all buying in this region, right? Because we saw price rejected, right? And then the top is here. The top is here. Right now it's coming down to retest before it flies out. Okay? So what do? You go all the way here. You know this is basically the resistance around this area. Okay, price has broken through this time. You see that? Why? Because this time there is a news, which is the ETF news, right? So we basically know that on a weekly chart, we know where is the major resistance and major support. Then what do? We OTF. Everyone please type in OTF. What is OTF? We open the time frame, right? So someone told me before, if you really want to get to know someone, right, you take off their shirt. Okay, I'm not sure who that someone told me, but I forgot. But it's funny. I know. I thought it's good to bring that back. Open their shirt. Sometimes you can tell a lot of people when everyone is nude, right? So same thing about time frame. You know a lot about someone when you know a lot about a time frame, a chart pattern when you open the time frame. So we go to a 1 day time frame now. Then we reset chart view. It gives us a better idea where basically the resistance is. So the resistance was around this area. So we can believe that. So we can pretty much predict that the resistance is either here or here. So it's right in the middle here. So we can see that we can probably aim it here because we know this is a retest, right? So we know this is the resistance area. So if we know this is the resistance area, what potentially we can see is that this is the bottom for Bitcoin price, which is 60,000, right? 60,000 around this area. Okay, so if it touches this bottom area again, it might not be a bad idea to actually long it. You get what I'm saying? It might not be a bad idea to long it. Is there a new resistance here? No. Why? Because the price has broken through. What I mean by the price has broken through, okay? I want you to take a look at this, okay? Previously, the resistance was around this area, okay? It broken through and then it came back all the way down. Right now, if you look at the weekly chart, right, it has completely broken through. The candle has closed above the resistance, which basically means that now the price is in price discovery mode. Everyone please type in PIM, price discovery mode. Price discovery mode means no resistance, just that simple. Basically now TA is very risky, okay? Price discovery mode means I don't know when is the top. I know where is the bottom, but I don't know where is the top. You get what I'm saying? I know where is the bottom, I don't know where is the top. Hence, it's called price discovery mode, PIM, okay? So one thing we know is that there's no resistance, right? However, we know that there is a support, okay? There is a support. So we know that the support is here. You can see that, right? So if it goes down, it might not be a bad idea to long it. So you can, some people, here's how they trade. They go to the support here, they open a limit order at 61,000, let's say, to long it, right? Let's say they say, I want to long it all the way here. I saw someone type in, where do I set TP? Let's say you decided to TP at this high region of 71,000, and then your stop loss is at the end of this wick here, like this. Okay? Okay. It's okay. If that's what you want, completely fine, right? If this is your trade. Of course, this is a very retail-based trade, right? But it's still okay. This can work as well, right? Here's the thing. A lot of people will wait until the whole price goes all the way to the top, especially at uncertain times like this. For instance, the price, okay, comes down, open up your order, right? And then goes up. Here's what I recommend you to do. The moment it goes up here, right? It creates a V shape, create a change of character here. Before it does, create a change of character, take profit 1 round first. Okay, type in TP1. TP1. Take profit 1 round first. Okay, take profit 1 round first. Why? It reduces your risk. Or you move your stop loss higher. Okay, then your TP second round is on the top, obviously. Okay, so usually I take TP about 2 to 3 rounds. So there's a few ways to play this game. Okay, there's a few ways to play this game. Number one is to take multiple TP rounds, or we call it PTP. Partly take profit. Partly take profit. Okay, partly take profit. Okay, so another way is your stop loss is here. So if price following the orange line, one of the things that I often do is also I raise my stop loss over time. So if the price collapse, okay, if the price come down, open my order, then goes up, they come back down, hits my stop loss, am I profitable? Yes or no? Am I profitable? Yes or no? Yes, because I'm in profit zone, right? So my strategy revolves around moving stop loss more if I'm monitoring a price. If I am not monitoring a price, I often will set, okay, I often will set my take profit. Where was it again? I open order here, right? Okay. I often will set my PTP like this. One, this is the entry price. So I will open usually at the where it collapses, where it drops, the point where it drops. And let's say the point where it drops is here. This is the point where it drops. Okay. So many times I will open a PTP here and then the second PTP here. The objective is very simple. This is to reduce my risk. So let's say it goes into my profit zone. Let's say I take profit here. It should ultimately be able to take out my entire margin out, which is my capital. So now my profit is making more profit for me. Now I have a risk-free trade. If you understand what I'm saying, type in yes. Okay, TP1 take partially, Sams. Take partially. Okay. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of information that I'll be teaching because some of you are more advanced, then some of you are more newbie. Then you will be thinking, Desmond, this is not newbie friendly. Some people are going to say that, Desmond, this is too newbie friendly. No matter what I lose, I will never win today, right? I just have to pick my fight smartly, okay? So I just need to share certain things here and there. But if you don't understand this, don't worry, you don't need to understand it. In the future, if you follow future trends, the next 2 or 3 months, you will understand automatically, right? For now, you just learn the basics first, the most important, support resistance. To be honest with you guys, if you only trade support resistance, you will be profitable. I tested this before 1 month where I only trade support resistance. I was very, very profitable. My return was about 27%. Very, very profitable, right? And I was using leverage of 10 maximum, okay, 27%. So you don't need to sign up guru courses and all this kind of stuff. 27% is fantastic. Okay. So this is support resistance. Let's open another chart up. Actually, you know what? I have to give you guys a break time. Otherwise, I'm scared that all of you are going to explode. Here's what I'm going to do. I have to give you guys a 5 minutes break time. When you guys come back, I will go through support resistance and with another chart, with another asset. If you guys can let me know what asset you want me to review, let's do it together. We'll open a 5 minutes break time for you guys. And then when you come back again, let me know what chart you want me to open. I'm open to suggestion and then we'll do it. Okay. So team, can you guys open a 5 minutes countdown and I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. If you guys can hear me, let me know. Let me know. Okay, I see some charts requests coming up. Okay, chart requests coming up. I will take a look at a few before we get started. I'll look at Baba. Okay, because obviously it's not crypto. Because I want to show that this also works in typical chart. As some of you know, I'm not a big fan of China. I think I like the food. I like the food. I like the people, the working culture. I like the nature. I don't like the governance. So I don't like the governance of China, and I think that's what's causing a lot of manipulation here. Baba stocks not moving at all in the support area, in the demand zone, not moving at all. No change of character at all. How do I see this? So Baba chart, you cannot see small time frame. You need to look at bigger time frame, right? You can take a look. There is no change of character here, right? There's no change of character here. It's downtrend in the bottom. So this thing is not moving. There's no revival in this chart. There's no energy in this chart. You get what I'm saying? If there is no energy in this chart, you buy this, you will sure die. Okay. So don't buy Baba yet. Not yet. It's not coming soon. There's no energy. We wait for the change of character because you have to understand this thing. News can lie, government can lie, humans can lie, but one thing cannot lie is going to be price action. You understand? Price action will not lie. So Baba is still looking pretty shit, right? Even if I, let's say, go all the way to 3 days chart. Let me see. Is there a change of character? Is there a change of character? Nothing. Just pure manipulation, trying to scam you into buying. Oh, revival is coming. Retail will buy here. Retail will buy here. And then the smart money dumps on them. Ha ha. Right? Ha ha, you guys dumbass. Not waiting for the freaking chalk to come in. I've been telling you guys, believe in the chalk. There is no chalk here. Right? If you attend a 3-day challenge, we talk about chalk. We talk about chalk all the time. Believe in the chalk. Right side must be higher than the left side. There is no chalk. Why are you guys buying into this? So many people that I know losing money in Baba and they keep giving money to Baba. Give money to me. Don't give to Baba. Come on. Right? So just telling the truth, guys. Remember this. Remember this. The change of character, the market structure will tell you. Talking about this, before we continue on with more support and resistance, you have to understand this thing, right? You have to also understand the basics of market. The price moves in this manner, right? When it comes down, it also in this manner. However, you have to understand the fact that the most important thing you need to understand is going to be what we call a chalk and a boss. How many of you remember what is a chalk? Can anyone tell me what's a chalk? Not a school chalk, like whiteboard chalk. No. What's chalk, right? A chalk basically means that price is coming down and then now it's reversing. It's forming a reversal and now it's forming a reversal. Why? So if you really want to know why, if I am so bearish on Baba, everyone is telling me Baba is the next best thing. I disagree and I'll tell you why. Okay, and I'll use this chart because there is no chart at all. It's super weak. The chart is super weak. Is there accumulation? Maybe, but I don't know who's accumulating. I'll tell you why. Okay, and I'm not gonna teach too much of this today because it is a bit complex. But if you draw a box here, before the price collapse, this is called a supply zone. Basically, in this area, there are a lot of orders to basically sell because a lot of people, they saw the price come down. They're all queuing their order to sell. They call their brokers, they queue in their account ready to sell. But their orders didn't get registered because you have to understand in the financial market, if you are poor, your accounts don't kick in first. Your orders don't kick in first. It's the rich people that get their accounts kicked in first. It's the smart money that get their limit orders fulfilled first. If you understand and you think this is unfair, type in unfair in the chat. However, we live in an unfair world, right? Why do we not like a government, but we still have to pay tax? Right? We live in an unfair world, right? So there is a huge, this is what we call a supply zone. There is a lot of supply here, which means there is a lot of liquidity and offer here. So price must form a chalk. What is a chalk? A chalk basically means that by the time it goes down, okay, at the time where it goes down, it needs to form what we call a change of character. Now, it's like the line is actually here, yeah. So I'll remove this supply zone first so you all can see. So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is that in this box, in this area, there's a lot of liquidity ready to sell. There's a lot of people want to sell at this price. That's why you see the price came down crazy very fast, okay? So in order for me to prove that Baba has any energy in it at all, the price must form above this line. It must create a strong, it must close above this line, especially if you are trading New York Stock Exchange, it must close at least in a 2-day chart or a 3-day chart, which is half a week chart. Very, very important. The moment a candle is formed outside here, and then I want to see another higher high, okay? Higher high. So this is a higher high, higher low. So price moves like this, right? For those of you who are new, okay? Higher high, HH. Everybody please type in HH in the chat, right? Then this is a higher low, HL. Type in HL. It must form a staircase, right? And then when the price goes down, it must form a, what is this? Anyone can tell me. This is called a, what? Guess. Correct. LH. Lower high, lower high, lower high. And the dips, the pits, the valleys are called the lower low. Very basic. This one, y'all can go Google and can find all this information online. Very easy. If you don't know, you let me know. I'll teach you again because it's very, very basic. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so that's why Baba does not have a cup here. It does not have. It's not forming a higher high here. So there's no bias for Baba. There is a lot of manipulation to revive it, but it's not happening. Not anytime soon. Is it undervalued? Absolutely. But doesn't mean that we have to buy. Okay, there's a lot of shits that are also undervalued, but you buy the shits that's undervalued, it's never going to go up, then you're stuck with the token or crypto or stocks forever. If that's making sense, type in yes in the chat, right? So the chart tells the story. You understand what I'm saying? The chart tells the whole story. If you understand now, type in oh in the chat, okay? All right, so just so simple. Now, does the boss have to be right after chalk to buy, please? Yes, correct. It have to be chalk boss. It cannot be boss chalk. It cannot be boss. It have to be chalk boss. Okay? Okay? Easy, huh? Easy. Let's do another chart. Let's do another chart for support resistance. Let's do it. Okay? Can it be boss after a few candles? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. You can zoom into a smaller time frame to see. Remember, when it's unclear, take off their clothes. Okay, OTF. Open the time frame. Okay, some people are probably thinking this Desmond is a bit crazy right now. Okay, Loom. Okay. Indicators are not accurate. That's the problem. Is there indicators? Yes, but not accurate. Wow, you give me a very, very crazy chart, huh? You give me a chart that looks very much like the building behind me, Burj Khalifa, huh? Okay, thank you very much. Who's this? Who's being dirty with me right now? Z with head, huh? Okay. Okay, you give me a dirty chart. You give me a dirty chart. Okay, now this one has more energy than Baba. I'll tell you that. This one has more energy than Baba. Can anyone tell me why? Can anyone tell me why this one has more energy than Baba? Right? Can anyone tell me why? There's a few reasons. Number one, it's trending upwards. See that? It's upward trend. Right? Came down, take order, fly back up. Right? And then we check, is there a chalk? Okay, it looks like there is a small, weakish, not super strong chalk. It's a change of character. Let me repeat again what do I mean by change of character if it didn't come to a 3-day challenge. Very simple. Price goes down. Okay? Price goes down. And then it rewinds. But how do I know this is going to go up? How do I know it's not going to form this, go all the way down? It has to suck up all the supply zone's liquidity, which I draw the box just now. So in this case, the supply zone liquidity is right here. Okay, so it has to suck up. So think of it like a glass. Okay, like a glass, and then there's like I'm using a coaster, which is not the best thing, right? Imagine it has a cap. For the water to flow out of the glass, it has to have more water to push the cap away. Am I making sense? Type in MS. I'm not a very good explainer of this, but you let me know if it's making sense. If your water is not strong enough to push the cap away, it will go back down. So that's what I'm trying to say. Think of this like a cup, right? And it works in a bearish scenario as well. You just need to reverse everything, okay? And so there's a lot of supply here. So it's impossible for it to punch through. If it punches through, great job. So then you can see it goes back and then comes back down. So this chalk actually is not a chalk. This is a failed chalk, right? So, but this one is a chalk. You see that? This one is a good chalk. This one is a fantastic chalk, right? There is a supply zone in this area. Price come down. Are we going to go down? Nope. It goes way up. Right here, you can open a long position. Now, this looks a bit very manipulated, but okay, technically based on purely TA, you can actually be longing this, right? But put a tight stop loss. Okay, what's the best time frame to find chalk boss works best in? As I mentioned just now, go for the big time frame first. Okay, time frame is all up to you. I look at what Actually, it's not the time frame that matters, to be honest. It's the pattern that matters. Smart money looks at pattern. Retail looks at time frame. Okay? Retail looks at time frame. You look at the pattern. If the boss has not appeared, can we still long? So you need to go see. Okay, if 1 hour doesn't have the boss, you go to 30 minutes, see if there's a boss. There's not really a boss here. So this chart here is very hard to trade, probably won't trade. There's no actual boss here, right? So skip trade, just that simple. Okay, so let's go back to support resistance because that's quite important. We need to go to Ethereum chart. Okay, let's go to Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum is quite interesting right now. It's forming some quite interesting thing. Now, Ethereum is very, very simple. I'm on 30 minutes chart right now. Okay, as I told you, the time frame not important. The time frame just determine how fast you need to exit the trade. If you're trading on, let's say, a daily chart, weekly chart, 4 hours chart, those are most likely swing trading, okay? Which means the trade will last for a few days or maybe a few weeks. The bigger the time frame, the longer the trade will be held. But if you are trading, let's say what I'm doing right now, 30 minutes chart, this is going to be most likely a day trading activity, which means in the morning you open a trade, in the afternoon you probably close the trade. If that makes sense to you, type in DT for day trader. Okay, so what do we see here? Wow, fantastic. Okay, first thing first, reset chart view. What do we see here, guys? Okay, what do we see? Can anyone tell me what do we see here? Wow, fantastic. What do we see here? Wow, very good, Becky. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks for your support, right? So we have a support here. Very good. So when you see a support, the price keep testing the support, bounce back up. That's the support, bounce back up. What does it mean? What does it mean? The price very hard to come down already. It's very, very difficult for the price to push beyond the support. It's very, very difficult for it because why? It's proven that the bathtub is very strong. It's filled with so much water. Your tiny strings are not working. Your tiny strings are not working. You try to punch it through with sponge and it's not working. It's bouncing back up. If you see, guys, if you see a big momentum candle basically are long, full body candles, right? Red color. Go all the way drastic down and then another momentum candle forms within the next few candles, right? That is green color bouncing up. That means there is a huge, strong support there. You understand what I'm saying? We can see, okay, strong support. Why? Three green momentum candles are created. This one, there's a momentum candle created here. So you know one thing already. I can tell you this. This is manipulation by smart money. What are they doing here? They are buying Ethereum. They are creating all this news last few days. Oh, Ethereum ETF will not be approved. Oh, Ethereum is a security. SEC don't like Ethereum. They create all this fake news. Why? They want you, the paper hands. What are the paper hands? The weak people, the retail people, the people that are not in today's TIM right now to sell the Ethereum. How many of you understand? Right? Type in wow. Type in wow. The world is very dirty, right? The world is very, very dirty. Okay? Okay? So at this time, what do? You open a long position. So you open a long, okay, I keep clicking the wrong one. Okay, long position here, right? You see this happening, okay? But there is no chalk. Okay, there is no chalk. Where is the chalk? You see, this is not a chalk. Why? Because the right side is lower than the left side. This is not a chalk. The chalk is actually here. Do you see this? Because now we are on quite a small time frame, which means we need to look much more closer, right? The chalk is actually here. Okay. Let me draw this again. Okay. You see the price drastically come down. So what do I often do? When the price come down, I know there's a cap here. Okay. You don't need to understand what this is because this is quite complex. This is SMC, which is smart money concepts, quite complex. But the idea here is that the moment the price goes down, everyone is trying to sell here. Everyone is trying to sell from the price 3150 all the way down to 3129. Everyone is trying to sell. But not everyone's order is fulfilled. Only the smart money's orders are fulfilled. Only the big boys' money are fulfilled. So the retail end up holding their back. How come Ethereum cannot sell? How many of you here, when you suddenly, like the market come down, you're trying to sell and then your order cannot go through? How many have experienced that before? Right? I experienced that before. Right? Then my account on Bybit become VIP, then for sure can. So it's very unfair, the world. The more money you have, the more money you're going to make. This is a very unfair world. Okay? Very, very unfair world. So we know there's a lot of orders here that are still pending. A lot of orders here that haven't kicked in, they have not been filled yet. So when the price jumps down and then get bought back up, the moment the right side is higher than the left side, what is that telling you? What is that telling you, guys? What is that telling you? What is that telling you? A change of character has been formed. Okay, a change of character has been formed. And then we also see, let me clear the chart here. You all understand this part, huh? I'll clear the chart. Right? Here, there's a small boss. Another higher high is formed here. Okay? A boss is created here. So what do we do? Around this area, you zoom in smaller. Divide by 2 again. Around this candle, you're long. Okay? You put the stop loss here. And if you did long, you take a look. This is the profit that you're taking so far. Okay? How many of you see that already? Type in, wow. Someone asked, Wei Kit Fong asked, how do you know smart money is in? Smart money is in every single asset, most of the asset, okay? Because as long as they are market maker, as long as they are institution, as long as they are listed on any exchange, I can tell you they are manipulators inside. Okay? It's just whether the manipulator is smart, stupid, big, small. That's it. Okay? They are manipulators even in Apple stocks. And they are manipulators even in the shady Malaysia stocks. Right? Okay, how to identify box? Very good question. I will do that again, Jong Lik. Okay, very simple. Price goes down, come back up. Okay, right side higher than the left side. What does it mean? What is created? Can anyone tell me? Okay, chalk. Very easy. Now, price cannot move on a straight line. If price move on a straight line like this, it will always come down to go up, right? So it will always come down because it requires a lot of energy to push through that supply zone, right? To go back up. And if it forms like this pattern here, creating a higher high, right? This is a higher high, okay? Higher high, right? This little valley here is called BOS, B-O-S. Okay, Bliss said there's an indicator about SMC by Lux Algo. Can we use that? Yes, but it's not 100% accurate. Nothing beats the human eye, right? Because sometimes they don't register the BOS. Okay, sometimes they don't register the BOS, or sometimes they don't register certain things. If you want, you can. Okay, if you want to use indicator, personally, I've used a lot of indicators for years to test for future trends. I can tell you, nothing beats the human eye. Okay, but if you would like to use indicator, you can. Okay, you can absolutely do it. You can use a Smart Money Concepts indicator by Lux Algo, which is free. Okay. There is the bottom of BOS need to be above the chalk top. Yes, correct, absolutely correct. So the difference between a BOS and a chalk is very simple, right? A chalk is a change of trend. Okay, a BOS is a continuous, it's a continuity of a trend. Okay, it's a continuity of a trend, if that makes sense. Okay. So basically, a chop is when the price. Okay, let me find you a dumping one. Okay, this is a dumping one. You see that it forms a chop. Where's the chop? There is a bearish chop here. You see that there's a bearish chop here. This is a bearish chop. Okay, this is a bearish chop. Okay, it breaks its character now. Not breaks character. It changes character. It comes all the way down. Now it's coming down. Right. So this is bearish. Okay. Okay, this is bearish. And then what happened next is now we wait. Now we wait for the BOS to appear. There is a small BOS here, appears here. So you short from here because a BOS tells you that the trend is going to continue, right? A chalk is basically telling you that warning, the trend might change. That is chalk, right? Warning, the trend might change, right? BOS is telling you that, hey, seems like the trend continues. Do you want to short or do you want to long? Okay, that's what BOS is. Okay, means BOS happens after retracement. After the first retracements, yes. Okay, how do we identify the candle is created by the smart money? Okay, how do we identify the candle is identified by the smart money? It's a 2-day class, 3-day class type of question. I'll just tell you one simple thing. You draw a basic support, right? You draw a basic support, and then if you see something like this, price moving out of support level, this is smart money manipulating the price. Okay, if you see something like this, right, smart money is manipulating the price because they're buying your stop loss. Okay, but that is a 2-day class on its own. I wish it's so easy to cover because you have to understand why they have to do this, why they don't like your stop, why they like your stop loss. Okay, why they like a stop loss? Or you can say the second chart is a boss. Correct, but in the term is that we always use the second one is always called break of structure, because now the structure is completely broken. It has changed trend completely. Okay, so now we're trading a 15-minute chart. So this will be a chart that you need to monitor. Okay, as you can see, if you are trading the 15-minute chart in for day trading or for Ethereum, this is actually looking very, very good. Do you guys see another pattern here? Do you guys see another pattern here? Okay. Do you see another pattern here? This pattern is also very bullish. Okay. That's why I've been telling you, I don't know if you all watch my YouTube live, for those of you who understand Chinese, right? I say Ethereum is being manipulated. Don't sell your Ethereum, right? Don't sell your Ethereum. You see, what is this? Do you see this? It's a cup and handle, right? It's a basic cup and handle. This one here doesn't really cut it, but it's a basic cup and handle. This is a very bullish formation. This is a very, very bullish formation. Okay. So a lot of people say, can't be a cup and handle, right? I mean, price action don't understand what is a cup. They don't drink water, ma. They don't drink coffee. What is a cup and handle, right? The thing is that why is it called cup and handle is the fact that you have to remember there is also a big supply zone here, and now price has actually punched through. Now it has broken through, it has broken out. Now price is about to go discovery. They're trying to find the next resistance now. Right now, Ethereum is very, very bullish. Okay? And you don't see a lot of news about Ethereum, only bad news. Why? Who's controlling the news? When I start today's webinar, what is the first thing I tell you? Who's controlling the news? Right? If you believe politicians, you believe government, you believe news, good for you, man. I mean, like, if you have that kind of trust towards people and those that trust towards an organization, good for you. I really, really need this type of people. But yeah, okay. Yes. Now do you see? Now do you understand? Wow, there's manipulation happening in Ethereum. Those of you who come to Smart Money Bootcamp before, right? I think we just did one Friday, right? Okay. See this? Smart money is at play. Smart money is at play, right? This is a supply zone. The freaking smart money is fooling you guys around. It's buying up all your Ethereum for cheap. And then you guys are like, oh, I knew it. Desmond is wrong. Ethereum is shit. Ethereum is bullshit. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. But I have enough proof using price action to show you this is working. How many of you know that Desmond is right now? Right? I've been telling you guys, but none of you are listening. Too many of you are too busy trying to farm Gummy. When Gummy is no longer much value, when the airdrop is already given so much of it out, you guys are not listening to my freaking Ethereum calls. Okay? So this is very, very important. Okay? Very, very important. If you long this, you'll make way more money than farming Gummy. Come on. Okay? And I know the team behind Gummy. So anyway, story for another day. Okay. So this is support resistant. Okay. We do another one. This, because support resistant, in my opinion, even if you're a complete newbie, this is the only one thing that you need to trade, because your trade result will not be as good, obviously, without the more advanced strategy. But with this strategy, it's enough to build your account. It's enough to help you grow your account. Let's give me another one. Okay, gold pair. I haven't looked at gold in a really long time. Personally, crypto has kept me so busy. So I'll take a look at gold. All right. Let's look at 1 day first. So one thing, what do? We always look at top-down analysis. What is top-down analysis? Guys, please type in top-down or TD. Top-down means you open a big time frame and then zoom in to a smaller time frame. So it's easy for you to find an entry. Okay, what do we see? Okay, what do we see? Gold is on a uptrend. Yes or no? Yes or no? Or am I wrong? Is gold on an uptrend? Okay, gold is on an uptrend, right? Then we go to a smaller time frame. Let's say we go 1 day time frame. Let's take a look what's going on, right? Now, actually, in this chart, from smart money perspective, this is actually quite bearish. But we need to learn how to trade the basic first, okay? So then we draw support resistance, okay? Support resistance. There's a basic resistance here. This is a consolidation, okay? And then we also see price rejection around the top here. So we draw one here, okay? So we know price has entered this frame here, or this is what I call shove, okay? Price has entered this consolidation area. Okay, you basically just look into this. Okay, now then we zoom in even more. Okay, now price is hanging around the top area here, Okay, then we draw another support. Let's see if we can find another support level here. There's a drastic price rejection here, so we know there is a support here around this area. So it seems that this used to be some sort of a resistance, and now it has turned into a support. Okay, good. Now we have a support area here. Boom, fantastic. Okay, now Xinyu is asking how to determine whether resistance is big or small. Great question. Okay, I said it just now, but it was quite quick, so I apologize on that. First thing first, we know the area is going to be strong resistance like this area here. Why? What is this? This is called a double top. Okay, this is called a double top. Why? Price tested that area twice and then it rejected back down. Okay, rejected back down, which means this buff top here must be quite strong. And we don't see any sponge going in, sponge or full body candle going in, only needles going in, which is not enough to suck up all the water. So we know one thing, this order here must be strong. So whatever this thing is, the price above 2419 or 2420, there is a lot of sell orders there. A lot of people are going to be selling the gold around that price. Okay, that's what we know. Okay, if you understand so far, type in U. Okay, type in U. Now, what do we do here? We know there's a support here. The price is going up here. If you are a basic trader, all you need to do is you can just trade. Oops, why did I keep doing this? Okay, you can just trade this. You can open a long position at the support and long all the way to the resistance. This is basic. Okay, like this. Put stop loss tight. This is called retail trading. Okay, and nothing wrong with this. It might work as well, right? And then you can put the order like this. Last candle, last wick candle here. The needle is here, right? So stop loss slightly above that, above higher, and then you try to take profit around here. And you always take profit over time. Don't take profit until it's all the way at the end. You take profit when it's halfway through. You take some profit, take some profit, take some profit. So if you're shorting, you short from the top, and then you long from the bottom. This is called range trading. You're trading within the range of swing high and swing low. Your swing low is this price here, 2,300, and your swing high is 2,400. So you're trading the $100 price point. Okay. This is the basic of trading. Okay. And you can do this too. Even if you do this, yes, you will lose some trade because smart money is at play, but don't worry. Okay. If you stick to the game plan, over time, you should still see some good ROI. I tried this before. I tried to simplify this before because a lot of people tell me that simple trading doesn't work. You need software, you need this, you need the next strategy. I tested this. I still do about 26, 27% a month, just support and resistance trading. Okay. And it absolutely works. And it's even easier if you trade things that have big market cap like gold and currency pairs. Super easy. Don't need any complicated things. Okay. So this is very, very easy. Does BTC follow gold price? No. Okay, so, okay, Xinyu, did I answer your question? Just wanted to know. Because sometimes I speak so fast, I don't remember what I said. Okay, let me know. Let me know. Did I answer your question? Okay, that is support and resistance. Super, super simple, super easy. Let's do another chart, guys. Let's do another chart. Okay, give me another chart call, a chart suggestion, chart idea. We do one last one. Okay. Man, this Z is trying to kill me with all this nonsense coin, yeah? Okay. Z is trying to make my life difficult. Okay. Z is trying to make my life difficult. Okay. Is it this one? Hi. Okay. What is this? Z, what are you doing? What kind of coins are you looking at? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay. Uptrend. Okay. If I'm using, okay, right now we're talking support resistance, purely that, right? So we know that the support is this area here. Okay. Maybe we go for 3 days first. Let me take a look at this coin. Okay. Wow. 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 Okay. Okay. Looks like it's breaking through. Let me take a look what high is. High Street. Okay. Bit Unix, huh? What the heck is this? Okay, Binance, Gate. Okay, it looks pretty good. Big Get. Okay, we go see what the heck this thing is. Then we can probably, for me, if I want to go see what a project is, what I will do is I will go to CoinMarketCap instead of CoinGecko. Okay. Is it a metaverse thing? Retail with gaming paving the way for meta lifestyle. Oh my goodness, it's a metaverse thing. Okay, it's a metaverse thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't like metaverse thing. Okay, but can't deny it. The chart looks pretty decent. It looks like it's having a breakthrough. Let me see what this is just to double check. I go to about. You can see how I check before I trade anything. High token is a native token for decentralized commerce-centric play to earn metaverse built with virtual reality VR support. Apart from realizing a two-way currency flow within physical and virtual world, fight monsters. Okay. Apart from high utility token street. Okay. Is there news? Go to Twitter. Take a look. High Street War. Okay. Is there news? Today is 28. There's no news. Why is he posting this? Okay. There's no news. Not that I know of. April 24th was the last post. So no news. Okay. No news. And what are we going to do? Now we go back to the chart. We take a look. Same thing. We draw the major support, major resistance first. So we have a support level here, which is the bottom, where at this price, even people that don't believe in this project will buy. And then at the top, we put a resistance here, and then we double check. Correct. Looks pretty good. There seems to be like it's trying to break out. Yeah. So we go to a smaller time frame to 12 hours. Okay, we take a quick look. Price is very, very strong. There's a lot of momentum in this. Why? Why is there momentum in metaverse? This is nonsense, right? Okay, it's GameFi. It's GameFi metaverse with retail, huh? Okay. So we come all the way here. We take a quick look. Now it's at the top. So technically, what do you do if you are using support resistance? Well, guys, how would you trade if you are just trading support resistance right now? It's touching the resistance right now. The whole candle is going through. Okay, what would you do? Now we go back to 12 hours. Take a quick look first. I want to find when was the last time it was this high. What would you do? Okay. What would you do? Correct. So my resistance point is correct. Okay. Whole candle is going in. Okay. So what do we do? Wait for chalk. Okay. First thing first. One thing we want to see is that now it's breaking through. When it's break through, it will form this type of pattern. Okay, it has to go back down to resistance because here there's a lot of orders on resistance. They'll come back and then they'll take the order. So typically, if I have to trade this, I will wait until it forms this N shape, comes back, retrace, and then when it starts to go up, that's where I long it, right? But right now, remember, if I am only trading resistance and support, the right thing to do here is actually to short. You understand? I'm not saying the right thing to do in general. I'm talking the right thing to do if I only know how to trade resistance and support. So the right thing to do is actually to short from resistance. You understand? Okay. So you are hoping that it shorts in terms of a correction. Okay. Or a sell down. How to see if it's a fake out? A fake out can only be seen once it has faken out. Right? You know, once it has been faken out. Okay, but because this is quite bullish, so you have to be very careful. There's a lot of bullish energy here. I'm not sure why. It could be the market maker pumping the price up, but I will avoid this trade because it's at resistance area right now. So I will personally avoid this trade. Okay. Let me take a quick look. Okay. Let's see. So Yumika, you're asking Jito, Myro, flip. Whole means what? Whole means spot, or are you talking about like a trade? So I'll go to one, Jito, right? Jito, I like, okay, spot. I've sold all this already, you know, right? GMT is what? GMT is Steppen, right? Okay. Jito, let's take a look. Reset chart view. Okay, what do we do here? If I am a newbie, guys, if I'm a newbie, what do we do? First thing first, newbie. If you consider yourself newbie, please type in new in the chat. Nothing wrong with being a newbie. You just need to acknowledge it, empower it, and then more importantly, practice enough so that you shred the title of newbie, right? Draw a support. Okay, boom. I know. Why? You see that? Boom, come down, reject. Come down, reject. We know there's a support here. Okay, where's the resistance? We know it's right here. Okay, what do we do? What do you see here, guys? What do we see here? Oh my God, something is happening. What's happening? Oh my goodness, what's happening? Okay, Okay, if you guys want to be even more clear, you can draw a trend line. Later, I'll talk more about trend line trading, yeah? Okay, y'all remind me if I forget. Okay, so we draw a basic trend line here just to get some idea. What do we see here, guys? Yes, we see something beautiful is coming up. Something very, very beautiful, right? We see something very gorgeous. We see a chalk is forming. My goodness. What a rare scenario, right? What a rare scenario. We have to thank whoever posted this just now, right? And then what would you see here? We see a very weak chalk. Oh, sorry, we see a very weak boss. Wow. And it's retracing. What do we do? Worth a try. Okay, worth a try. We try to take profit as far as we can. We try to set our stop loss around here. Okay, around here. Some people set it around here if you scare of risk, if you scare of stop loss, hitting your account too much. You can do here or you can do here. So people ask, how do you define which stop loss to put? You can put, okay, I'll give you, there's 3 scenarios you can put your stop loss. Here is 1, here is 2, here is 3. Which one do you guys prefer? 1, 2, 3. Which one do you prefer? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1 is very, very close. Smart money will wake your stop loss. Okay. Because there's also a fair value gap here. So it's very dangerous. So the best way to do this is to actually put here. Okay. Because this is a very strong support. Why? It's backed by also this candle. Remember, there's a candle here that got rejected here. So actually, this is the best. Okay. But you need to control your risk reward ratio. So you need to make sure that because right now, if Bitcoin is having a correction, this coin might be affected. So you want to make sure that you set your risk reward ratio. Let's say I want to go for 2.5. So I plan to take profit around this region here, which is 3.741. Okay. So this is a good time to long. Okay. I'll take out this trend line now. The trend line no longer matters, right? I will long it. Okay. And I will take profit where? So here's how I will take profit. I'll take profit 1 round here. Okay. 1 round here. And then 1 round here. And then the final round here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means every time it touches my green line, I take 25% off. I take 25% off. I take 25% off. And then I take 25% off. Okay? If you understand type, oh, so many questions coming. I cannot ask you guys to type. Later all my questions go on. But I thought the bottom boss needs to be above the top. Bottom boss, what do you mean? The bottom of the boss needs to be above the. This is correct. This is correct. You see, this is a higher low, right? This is perfect. This is good enough. And you have to understand, it doesn't have to be you cannot follow the exact SOP of the pattern. You get what I'm saying? Because price will never create the pattern that you desire, right? So you just need to be, in Singapore and Malaysia, they call it agak-agak, which is like approximate. It has to be approximate. Can we wait for it to break through the trend line and retest first, then only open an entry to long? Yes, you can if you have time to monitor the trade, right? If you have time to monitor the trade, go for it. Okay. For Jito, we also moved SL when it hits TP1. Yes. So this is where I need to talk to you about. There's 2 ways. Because now I was explaining and then I got distracted by you guys, right? So you can see the 4 green lines, right? This is 4 TP zones. So I take 25% here, and then I take 25% here, and then I take 25%. I take 25% every single time previously it forms a lower high. You see that? If you guys see that, type in yes in the chat, Ken. Okay, type in yes in the chat, Ken. Okay, so very, very good. So this reduces my risk significantly by taking profit like this. If you have time, you are not on a holiday, you are basically, you basically can check phone and your internet connection is good, then what do? It's very, very simple, right? Let's say this is my stop loss. Let's say this is my stop loss. I will continuously move my stop loss on every single higher low. Okay, not higher low, sorry, what I'm saying. I'll move it at every single lower high. You get what I'm saying? So for instance, so this 25%, I think you understand already. Okay, and let's just say that the price move in this direction. Okay, following exactly our plan, right? So my stop loss is right here, right now. Okay, first thing I will do is I'll move it here. The moment I'm on about, let's say the price has already reached around this area. Okay, I'll move it closer to my entry or exactly at my entry if it's on the first point here, which is here, right? Because this is the last lower high before it dips, right? And then the price goes to this region here. I will move my stop loss here. Okay. I'll move my stop loss. When the price move above this region, let's say it's here right now, the price, my stop loss will follow it to go all the way up to the structure of lower high. So a lot of people say I use trailing stop loss. Trailing stop loss is by percentage. So not technically it's not trailing stop loss. The way I set stop loss is purely based on market structure, right? So for instance, let's say the price is here, I will set it. And even if it goes down and hit it, it's okay, right? So the way I see it, my stop loss, I keep moving it based on this area here. The previous area where it has proven that a certain area is going to be key area, which is lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You understand? Okay. Can I know what is the strategy for this? I try to find in TradingView. Can anyone help? This is Desmond's degen strategy. Okay. When I move SL, I keep getting stop out. Okay. Because you're trading too small time frame. Okay. You're trading too small time frame. That's why. Okay. So if you keep getting stop out, then this is where you actually go use the 4 TP strategy. 25, 25, 25, 25. You get what I'm saying? If the moving stop loss doesn't work for it, because it works for me better than a 25, right? But if the moving stop loss doesn't work, you use the PTP strategy, which is basically 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%, right? It can get even more complex. If you have opportunity, we can teach you more on this. But sometimes after I've taken the initial 50%, the second 50%, I actually inject more margin and I increase the leverage. Okay. I will inject more margin, increase the leverage so the trade becomes even bigger because the trade is following my trend now. The trend is carrying my trade. That's how I make a lot of money on Ethena. Because when I was trading Ethena, I was only making $80. And then I pump even more margin in. The $80 end up becoming like $600 because I was pumping in more margin and the trend was correct. I was monitoring the trend. However, that requires you to continuously check the trend. Okay. All right. So, yeah. If we adjust our leverage, will it affect our current position? It will affect your current position, yes, because of the liquidation price. But I don't recommend you guys to play with that for now. Maybe later, once you guys are trading, maybe after 6 months. Can teach us how to change the margin while the trade is ongoing. Basically, you inject margin or you reduce margin. You take in and take out. Actually, I shouldn't have talked about this because this is quite complex and a lot of people get burned this way. If there's a sudden change and if you're not monitoring chart, it's not actually very newbie friendly. Okay. Okay, so this is JITO, which I wanted to cover because the chart was beautiful, looks good, and our objective is we want to be able to catch this upward trend all the way to the top, and then we make some profit, which is really, really good. Okay, how many of you here are going to go into this JITO trade? Okay, if we die together, right? If we win together. We die together because this chart can turn. Because one of the things that I think some new or people that are not traders, they come into future trends, right? They say, well, Desmond, you said this is going to long. This is going to go up. Okay. This is going to go up. You say this is going to, because there's a change of character, there's a boss. Let me ask you guys this question here. Is it 100% true? Okay. Yes or no? Is it 100% that this thing will go up? No. Because why? It could be a lot of things. It could be JITO, suddenly the company got hacked. Let's say some of you guys go hack JITO, right? The price suddenly crash, go all the way down. Because fundamentally, it can be affected. We don't know what happened, but it could be affected. It could also be affected by smart money, right? Every single time we trade, we have to understand that obviously our goal is to increase our probability. Our goal is not to actually find 100% confirmation. If you want to find 100% confirmation where you're guaranteed to make money, there's this thing that can help you. Do you guys want to know? I share with you. Guarantee will make money 100%, right? 100%. I think maybe 95%, but it's still close to 100%. And this strategy is very, very powerful. Do you guys want to know? Right? Moonface? No, not Moonface. No. This is very, very good. Okay. I don't know if you guys, but it requires some time from you guys. Do you guys want? Right? It's called employment. Go find a job. That's guaranteed to make you money. Right? Right? Because trading is all about probability. Our goal is to increase our chances, right? If you hit stop loss, you get angry, okay, then you don't understand what trading is. You shouldn't be trading. You should be investing, right? Even staking sure make money. Is it? Tell that to the Luna guys, right? All right. So there's no for sure in the world. The only thing that's sure is that you're going to be taxed and you will die one day, right? So that's really, really good. I know we're about to go to the break. I just want to take a look at what are we gonna be covering later on as well. Later we talk more about like a breakout. We actually go talk about breakout, double top, double bottom. We need to look a little bit about stop loss, risk management, things like that. Okay, and we need to look into the scalping and day trading zones, position sizing, and your risk as well. All those kind of things. A bit boring, but those are the things that you need. Okay. Kaden asked, can you review core? Yes, we met the core team in token. Core DAO, right? Okay, core USDT. Okay, let's take a look at core. Okay, core. Oh my goodness, Kaden, what is this? What is this, Kaden? Are you trying to make us rich? Let me take a quick look. Okay, wow. Okay, that might not be true. Okay, weird chart. Okay, Kaden has a lot of Kaden, core has a lot of manipulation. I'll tell you that. Okay, that's all I can say. But can we trade manipulation? Yes, just that you need to be careful of stop loss. Okay, same thing here. Okay, we draw. Okay, head and shoulder forming. I don't see the head and shoulder. Where do you see it? Are we on the same chart? Okay, core. Is it reversed? Where? I don't know. I don't see it as a head and shoulder. Okay, but maybe it is. Maybe my eyes got problem. Okay. Okay, we see this when you see a chart like this, right, guys? Okay, when you see a chart goes down and then suddenly massive pump forming a very clear U shape, okay, you have to be careful. This is a very big signal of someone with a lot of this token manipulating the price. Okay, and this I've seen this in big stocks, including Tesla, right? If you see, it forms a shape like this. It usually has a shape like this. I don't know what this is called. I call it a chair. It looks a bit like a chair, like a lawn chair, right? Lawn chair shape, and then suddenly it like this. The U shape is very nice, very clear cut. I get very scared because usually this type of token, right? There's a lot of manipulation. Usually it's one of those tokens that will hit a lot of stop loss. So I try to avoid trading tokens like this. But if you put a gun to my head, you say you must trade this token, I have no choice. I will wait to trade. What I will wait is I'll draw a line in this stock here because you see two momentum candle, price goes up and then get rejected down. Obviously, right now this part here is forming a resistance. Okay, I know the early resistance is here, but this part here is also a resistance point. There's also a resistance here, okay, and it's forming this. So what I want to do is I want to go for a cup and handle trade. I want to go for a trade where it breaks out of the resistance. So my goal here is very simple. I wait for the price to touch here, and I want to see what happens. If it goes up, I wait for it to retest in this area, which I'll teach later in this in today, and then I'll long from here to here. So then my goal is to wait until it touch first. Yeah, I will long here, and then maybe stop loss around here. Okay. Core. Okay, Kaden, do I answer your question? GMRX, why? And this kind of products are long term, yeah. GMRX. Wow, what is this? You guys are looking for manipulation, huh? Alan is spotting manipulation. Let's take a quick look. Wow, what a chart. Okay, this kind of chart, right? Usually what you want to do, you want to wait for it to form a bowl first. Okay, form a bowl. Okay, form a bowl because this is a new coin. I know, right? I think I have small position in this. Okay, small position in this on is it medium, right? Wait for it to form a bowl first. Now that the price jumps like this, it's trying to make this the support level, but we will see. It's too early to buy. We're not trying to catch the bottom. Remember, you catch the bottom, you sure die because that's what retail is trying to do, right? Retail see this, oh, green candle. Oh, okay, I buy now, right? It could go down even lower. So what you can do is for GMRX, right? I will go and right click, add alert on horizontal line, right? And then click create. So whenever it touches this line again, you alert me. But right now, what I want to do, I wait for the ball to form first. Usually this kind of pattern, right? So basically, price launch on exchange, and then it's slow sell down, slow sell down, slow sell down, slow sell down. What I need it to form is form like this. and then I need it to go like this to form a cup and handle, right? And then I draw where the neckline is or where the line is. I focus on trading this part up, okay? But once it start U-turning like this, going up like this, around this area, you can actually DCA. Do not buy lump sum. You need to DCA here, right? And if it touches here, please don't panic. Don't be like, wow, the price is going up and then come back down. Then this is where you'll panic. This is where a lot of people get scared. Wow, price is coming down. It's going to die. This thing is going to die. So you need to really have conviction in this product. If you believe in this product, you believe in this asset, you know that it will go back up. It's a matter of time, right? So perhaps here, if you didn't buy enough, you can catch some DCA, some around this area, then go back up. Then once that's done, you accumulated already, you no longer buy spot. You only buy spot below this line. Here, you start using futures to make US dollar. Okay? Does it make sense? If that's making sense, please type in you in the chat, right? Type in you in the chat. Okay? Fantastic. So we go for a quick 5 minutes break because I need that break as well. Okay? We go for a quick 5 minutes break. Later, we'll take more chart requests because now that it seems like a lot of you guys are talking about breakout now. You guys are interested in breakout. So talk a little bit more about breakout. How do we trade breakout? Okay. And then you guys do me a big favor. If you guys can, okay, you go and find some chart where it's about to break out. For those of you who are more senior, you already know breakout. Help me find some chart that's about to break out. Then I can teach everybody how to spot and how to trade breakout as well. Can we do that? Let's work together as a team. Let's work together as a community. Okay. With that said, guys, I will see you back in 5 minutes. Let's take a quick break. I need to make some coffee. It's morning here. I want to make sure that I'm giving you my 100%. Okay. 5 minutes break starts now. Okay, fantastic, guys. Fantastic. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome back. Let me know if you guys are back. So that I know you guys are here. We switch a little background. Okay. Change a little bit of our environment. How about that? Okay. Have a bit of a high energy city picture at the back. Okay, fantastic. Okay, welcome back. Okay, cool. Now let's hope that this Jito trade turns out, but just check into Jito again. Bear in mind that this trade is actually a low percentage, not low percentage, but uh, not a guaranteed play, mainly because you guys need to be able to see this. The major support is actually here, right? This is the major support. Okay. And this is just one of the more common support, as you can see here. So we do definitely hope that it goes up. But bear in mind that if it doesn't go up, it punches through down here, there's still an opportunity for you to long from this price point, which is 2.49. Okay. So there's two probability here. Price will go up like this. Fantastic. Okay. This is easy. Newbie also can make money here. Okay. But if it doesn't work exactly as our plan, this thing just collapse all the way here, don't worry. Chill and be like, you know what? It's completely fine. We have another game plan, which is to long from here. So you can also open a limit order around this area here to long here. Okay, maybe stop loss here, and then you try to go catch it all the way back up. Completely fine as well. You also can. I just wanted you to let you know, right? Because I don't want you guys to think that, wow, things are not according to plan. Now I'm depressed. There's no way for me to make money. I'm broke. There's no game plan, right? So this is very, very important. Okay, very important. Okay, now before we go on, talk about. I need to talk about. So I see, like Alicia, I see a question. Can you copy and paste first? Then I will answer all that question later on after I teach about retest, which is very important. We need to talk about retest. Okay, I know we have a lot of questions coming in. It's a little bit unorganized due to the fact that all the questions are going to the chat. Okay, it's okay, but we will go. Oh my goodness, look at how close call. Bitcoin is not looking very good. Okay, anyway, we'll talk a little bit about retest. What is a retest? A retest basically means I will just draw it like this here. Okay, let's say we have a swing high and we have a swing low. Okay, let's say this is a resistance. Okay, and then this is a support level. And then we have the price, okay? Price moving from support. Remember, price never moves in a straight line. Okay, goes through the resistance point. Okay, come down, punches through it. When I say punches through, it's breakthrough. Boom, it went all the way up. Okay, and then it goes into what we call. Can anyone remind me once it goes through resistance, like especially the top price resistance? What is that term called? Can anyone remind me? I'm just curious. I don't know. Maybe not enough coffee today. Can anyone remind me? What is that called? We cover that. Okay, breakout is the action. But what is that called? The price goes where? Goes where? Correct, Shermaine! Yay! Not to the moon. Oh my god. Okay. It goes into price discovery mode. Now, before it goes to the moon, it has to goes all up, comes back down to take liquidity, and then goes up. Okay. Why must price goes through this movement? Why? Okay, now the zigzag part here is very, very easily understandable because you need buyers and seller in the price. Now, let me ask you this question, right? We have 362 people here in the room. Let's say all of us just keep buying, buying, and buying and buying, but nobody is selling. Let's say these 362 people that is in the room right now, we are an exchange. We are the buyer and seller of a token called DES. Everybody please type in DES, right? Everybody, we're trading this token right now called DES, okay? This is very, very powerful. The moment you buy DES, you become a billionaire, right? So, right? So what happened? Then let's say the price just keep going up, okay? Like a straight line. Just keep going up like let me see if I can find one here, like straight line. Oh, a boom. Okay, just straight line. Okay, it just goes up in a straight line. Everyone is buying and buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. Let me ask you this question here. If in the exchange there is no seller, there's nobody selling because everyone is buying, because everyone see the price keep going up, what happens? What happens? Nobody can make money, correct? There's nothing happen, cannot happen. The thing stalls. So there is this player that comes in and actually makes sure that doesn't happen. Okay? This player is called market maker. Everyone please type in market maker. Okay? How many of you here heard of this guy? His name is called Ken Griffin, Citadel Securities. How many of you heard of him before? Type in Ken. Okay? That guy is the most famous market maker. If you go watch there is this movie called Dumb Money. How many of you heard that before? Dumb Money? Go watch it. And then you'll see what I mean. Okay? You'll see what I mean. Okay? So market maker is the person that is making sure that whenever there is a buyer, there is a seller. Whenever there is a seller, there is a buyer. That is called a market maker. A market maker is controlling the price for an exchange, right? And also for the actual person that listed the coin. And in this case, it could be, let's say, be me. I'm the creator of DES coin, for example, right? So I hire a market maker. Let's say the market maker that I hire is Jump Trading, which is a VC as well. I go to Jump Trading and I say, hey, I need you to be my market maker for my coin DES. Then they are the guys that are helping me control the buy and sell of my assets, of my tokens. Okay? But they know one thing. If 360 people in this room right now, every single people here are buying, there is no seller, can they make money, yes or no? Can they make money, yes or no? If everyone just keep buying, right? Because they keep selling the tokens now, right? So what do they do? They purposely push the price down, hit everybody's stop loss, okay? So that it forces you to sell. It forces you to sell, and then they can buy cheaper, and then you buy the price back up for them, and then they make even more money. That is how retest happens. Now do you see that? Wow, I start to get it now. Like all these things start to make sense now. Because in the past, you might have learned what is a retest, all this kind of stuff, but you don't understand why a retest must happen. And a retest must also happen. Why? Because you have to think. This line here, this resistance line here, has a lot of buy orders. Because a lot of newbies, okay, a lot of people here, they will put a short order here. Remember just now I was saying, if you only trade support and resistance, a lot of people will put a short order here to short this because they say this is a resistance, the price will never go past the resistance. Yes or no? Yes or no? Type in yes or no in the chat. Right? Okay. So a lot of people are shorting. So would you say that this part here has a lot of buy orders? Also, a lot of sell orders, yes or no? If yes, type in sell in the chat. There's a lot of sell orders here, absolutely, right? But with a lot of sell orders, means they are shorting. Would you agree? Type in A if you agree. If they are selling, means they are basically shorting. Type in A if you agree. Now, when you're shorting, you put a stop loss, correct? You put a stop loss like this. Okay? This stop loss here, actually, what is this stop loss? Actually, what is this stop loss? Correct, Eugene. It is a buy. The opposite of short is long. The opposite of long is short. So whenever a short position put their stop loss is actually a long position. Am I making sense? Because they have to sell at a higher price. You have to understand. Let's say if I'm shorting right now, my stop loss is here. This price here, 56013. So that means if it hits my stop loss, my order is to buy the Bitcoin at 56,000. So what happened if there is a lot of retail shorting and their stop loss is at 56,000 and smart money hits your stop loss? What happens to the price? The price goes to the moon. And retail what? Prays to the moon. Does that make sense? Right? For those of you who don't understand the joke, that means retail go work at 7-Eleven. Huh? Okay. Okay. So my point is you have to understand the why. I know some people, they say, I don't want to understand the why. I just want to learn how to trade. I just want to trade. Then I'll give you this. I think it's very simple. Basically, when it requires a lot of energy to pass through, and when I say energy means liquidity, right? To break through the resistance, and the moment it does, actually, there's no more energy. There's no more energy. So it has to refuel. So it has to go back to where there is most liquidity, there are most liquidity, to go take up liquidity here. Why? Why does the price need to go back and take liquidity here? Because the moment the price has broken through resistance, guess what happened to the retail people? Guess what the retail people do? After they lost their shot, what do? Can anyone tell me? What would you do if you're retail? Okay. Correct. Enter again, but enter what? Enter what? Correct. Now they go long. Correct? Now they go long, but their long is at the resistance. That's the entry price. Okay? So now they go long. Now, I'm smart money. I already have a lot of whatever the coin is. Okay? Now I need your help. I need retail people help to push the price up. So what do? I push the price down to your entry price, trigger all your entries, and then my coin just fly to the moon. Am I making sense? Yes or no? Okay, now do you start to see it? Wow, this thing is so dirty. Wow, this thing is so dirty. But once you understand how to clean up the dirtiness, how to play around the dirtiness, everything makes sense. Okay? Makes sense. Okay, please repeat again. Okay, one more time. Okay, maybe that was too confusing. Okay, one more time. Yeah, I'll try to simplify it. Okay, now we have the resistance at the top, and then we have the support at the bottom. We have the price going from support, okay, like this. Okay, it requires a lot of energy for it to break through, right? A lot of energy for it to break through, and the moment it breaks through, let's go for scenario number 1. Okay, the moment it breaks through, so what happens here? It lacks liquidity to continue on. Because if the liquidity is not enough, it will collapse. The price will continue to go down. And then you call it a false breakout, right? Now, this can happen, but oftentimes smart money do this. This is because they would like to take your liquidity here. But that's actually, I shouldn't say that. That confuses some people. But it's just that the more advanced people will think, hey, how come this is not a false breakout? Okay. False breakout is not like this. False breakout has another movement to it. Okay, so the thing that you have to understand is that the moment the price punches through resistance, now we think newbie here, yeah, if you're more advanced, please don't be like, hey, what happened to the false breakout? Forget about the false breakout for now, because false breakout doesn't work like this. Okay, so it punches through, okay, it requires so much energy and liquidity in order for it to punch through, right? Now you just have to remember this. When you lack of energy, what do? You go home, you drink some water, you take some energy bar, you eat some chocolate, you eat something with energy, something with sugar, and then you can continue on. So the idea is that it has to go back and retest this area and go back up. Now, because of this, when you are trading the breakout, the way you trade the breakout is to have your order not here. You need to wait for the breakout to happen first, especially when it's near the resistance. You need to monitor it. Once you have drawn the resistance and support line, once it's very close to the resistance, it's broken up, don't open the trade first. Do not open the trade first, because a lot of people, they get impatient. They say, okay, it's broken up. Now we are flying. Now we are to the moon. They open a trade like this. And then they'll put the stop loss at the old resistance. Why? Because in trading, once the price has broken through a resistance, the resistance become new support. Does that make sense? The resistance now becomes a new support. So a lot of people, they will go and put the stop loss at the support level, which the new support level, which was previously a resistance. If you understand, please type in you in the chat. Okay, if you understand, please type in you in the chat. So if you open a trade too early, too impatiently, you will hit stop loss because of this. Because smart money also want to hit your stop loss so that they can push the price up. They also want to hit your entry so that they can push the price up. Right? That's double advantage to them. So what do you want to do? What you should do at the end of the day, if you don't understand, doesn't matter. The most important thing is you need to know what to do, right? When the price goes through resistance, you need to wait for it to revisit the area where it will create a higher low. You need to wait for it to create a higher low. The moment it has created a higher low, okay, that's when you can get ready to long. But how to avoid a false breakout? You want to know? How many of you tried this before and then you get caught because it's a false breakout? Okay. For those of you who attend the Smart Money Bootcamp or 7-day Smart Money Challenge, you know I teach this thing called Wyckoff schematics, which will avoid this problem. But there is an easier way, okay, for newbies. Not so perfect compared to Wyckoff, but easier way. You wait for a chalk to come out. You wait for a chalk and a mini boss to come. Once the chalk and the boss comes, that's when you're long. But you trade a smaller time frame. Okay, let's say you're trading this resistance and support at 4-hour time frame. Now you go to 1 hour to wait for the chalk and boss to come. The moment this forms a chalk, you can see here, it will likely form a chalk in this area, and then it forms another mini boss here. You long in this area, go up. Okay? If that makes sense, type in you for understanding the chat. Right? If you don't understand this, just go with the support resistance will do. You don't need too much complicated trading strategy because this is for those people that are already trading support resistance and then they keep getting stop loss, keep getting fake outs. Then this is going to be a solution for you. Okay? A solution for you. Pretty good. Okay? Do you guys have any chart with breakout? Maybe we can take a look. I asked you guys to look for me. I'm not sure if you guys did. Okay? Actually, Bitcoin has a breakout, but it was a couple months ago, right? Let me see. I think Bitcoin one was very, very clear. So it's a combo of SMC and SNR. Yeah, something like that. Let me see. 73, yeah, it's here. Okay. But Bitcoin is hard because there is fundamental to it because of the halving. That's why. But the idea here is that you take a look at this. Theta have let me take a look. Okay. The idea here you see Bitcoin spend a lot of energy to go up. Okay. To go up, break through the previous all-time high, which is around this area here. Breakthrough, and it has to come back and then liquidate everybody's stop loss and also entry to go back up. Okay, to go back up. So, but because this one has a fundamental reason, as I told you a couple of months ago, miners are selling. Nobody believed me, so miners are start to liquidate and liquidating a little bit. So that's why the price are going sideways, and also because of halving. But if there is no halving, the price should actually shoot up. Okay, but because of halving, price will go sideways or even go a little bit down before it goes up. Okay, so let me see Theta. Theta has no breakout. Where's the breakout? What hour? What date? Yeah, Theta has nothing. I don't see the breakout. Where's the breakout? Okay. Nothing here. Okay, so that's the basics of trading a breakout, right? So another way you can trade a breakout is going to be when it's slanted. Okay, when it's slanted. What do I mean by slanted? Remember the parallel channel? If I draw a parallel channel, right? Sometimes you see the price. Okay, let's say the price goes like this. Okay, and then you'll go around here and hang out around here like this. Okay, so one of the things that you need to notice is going to be whether it's going to break out. Okay, when it's going to break out. Now, usually if it breaks out like this is very good. This is a very much a bull flag formation. If you see this, most likely this chart will play out like this. Okay, now what we want ideally is where the price is being condensed. What do I mean by condensed? We want to be able to see the price, okay, doing this. This will be the best, okay, where the support keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So a lot of people don't understand this. They say, how come when the chart goes into this formation, which is like this, okay, and then the trend line is like this, how come the price most likely will go up? Because a lot of people don't understand this, okay? They say why the price must most likely go up. Price goes up and then goes into this zone, zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Why most likely the price will go up here? It's very simple, because if you look into this support here, it's proven that this support has a very, very strong limit order here. Because of this, it's very hard for price to go down. Remember this, smart money, the way they control and manipulate the price, they do whatever is with the flow of retail. They don't fight against the retail, because you have to understand, most likely smart money cannot win against the retail. A lot of people think smart money can beat the retail. That's not true, huh? Retail, if gathered together, is more powerful than smart money, because retail has got more money than smart money if the retail work together as a group. As you all see the GameStop story, right, which is fantastic, makes the lesson so much easier to teach, right? However, you will never see retail working together. Very rarely you will see retail working together, because they will come up with news, they will go brag politicians, they will do something to scare you off, right? They will scare you off so that you will sell. Okay, for example, I always say this, the easiest way is think like this. If you don't like your government, why do you pay tax? Why don't every single person just don't pay tax? Then the government will collapse. Then your government that you don't like will be taken over, right? But why don't retail do that? Because they are fearful. What if I go to the cops? What if I get arrested? Oh, I just want a normal life. Because retail people cannot work together. Retail people never get to work together, because there will always be someone who's fearful. There will be someone who's greedy that will go do something stupid first. That's why smart money can control the retail. But in a case where retail is forming a lot of limit order here, you know that smart money are not going to push the price down. The only way is up. So smart money will actually go push the price up even more and sell later on, right? So this is the mindset of a smart money that you have to understand. ZKF, let's see ZKF. Let's take a look. Okay. Wow. Let me know what time frame as well, yeah, so I know what time frame we'll be looking at. Okay. Where's the breakout? 4-hour uptrend. Okay. Are we looking at the same chart? Bybit. Maybe they're listed on like not really same. Breakout where? Is it here? It's not breakout, right? Slanted or straight? Nothing here. Bottom here, this one. You consider this a breakout? It's not enough history to do a breakout though. Let's say this is support, right? So it's broken down support. Is that what you're trying to say? It's broken down support. It's consolidating, taking the liquidity here, and go back all the way down. Okay. So if you reverse the chart, guys, okay. Okay. If I inverted the chart, I do the opposite way. Actually, right, it makes sense. Okay. It makes sense. Or you do that. Okay. Slanted breakout. I'm actually doing horizontal breakout. Okay. But horizontal still makes sense. See that? It's taking order and then dumps even more. Okay, taking order, dumps even more. Same exactly what we said. So you wait for them to take the order first. So where is smart money taking the order? Let me show you. They are taking the order in this area here. You see that? So what do you do? So this one is not so direct. It's not like take order and then jump, because I think this one doesn't have a lot of news. So what happens? So the moment is at the top here, you wait for the consolidation to happen around this area, and then you short. Remember, I inverted the chart, so that's why. So basically, if this is a long position, then you're long, right? So this is correct. Actually, this is a breakout, but the way it eats liquidity at the support line, okay, it's through a consolidation phase, which is also can, okay. So this is actually correct. As you can see, exactly what we said. Price goes up, right? Punch just through the, okay, because this is inverted scale, but let's just say this is a bullish move. So price goes up. Let's say this is a resistance, okay? It's liquidity, it's liquidity, it's liquidity, it's liquidity. You see this happening, you join in the fund. You join in the fund. What do you think? What do you do? You join in the fund. So what you could do is you can open small margin long position here. But remember, when you start seeing consolidation like this, instead of a come up, come down, and then come back up to form a chalk, okay? So that's when you need to be, you need to be taking the margin with them. You need to be, what's the word? You need to be DCAing into your margin with them. So for instance here, if you think that's too complex, what I just said, you just follow exactly what I just taught you just now. Okay? Chalk here, okay? And then a boss here. Then you go, and then you long. Just that simple, right? Obviously, this is an inverted chart. I wish there's a better chart to show. Let me see. Ohm is a heavily manipulated coin. Yeah, it's a heavily manipulated coin. Let me take a look. 15 minutes, yeah? Okay. Let's see. Where's the breakout? I need to see where's the breakout. Come on, where's the breakout? I don't see the breakout. Okay. How do we know the breakout? We draw the line first. Okay, let's go for a bigger time frame first. Go for 6 hours and take a look. Is it going to be a breakout? Yeah, I guess so. Let me take a closer look. Okay, because there's a resistance here. We take a look at the breakout. Take a closer look at the breakout. 15 minutes is correct. So yes, this is correct. So this is definitely a breakout because this is a resistance. Not a very good resistance, but it is a resistance nevertheless. You can see the order is now going in. You see that they're consolidating, they're taking the order right now. So I like what we're seeing. So let me just take a closer look. Okay. This is good. So it's broken up. This could be a long position. Okay, this could be a long position. Let's go 5 minutes. I want to take a quick closer look. All the fair value gaps have been taken, yeah. So it's very, very good. Okay, this is a very simple trade. So what you need to do is just long this, okay, around this region. Try to catch the bottom of here because it seems like the liquidity is around this area, okay, around this box area here, okay, between 7756 and 7790. So I'll open a long position here, okay, open a long position here, and then I will put a stop loss here, okay, and I want to hope to catch a big candle later on when it jumps up. Okay, that's Ohm. Ohm looks pretty good. Travis, that was a pretty good find. Is it true it usually goes in 5 waves, Elliott waves? Okay, chalk for BNB 1 hour. BNB has a lot of news. That's the problem. Okay, no chalk. No chalk yet. No chalk yet. Why? Can anyone tell me why no chalk yet? Okay, why no chalk? It's struggling to break through. It's struggling to break through the supply zone. There is a supply zone in this area. I can tell you, there's a supply zone in this area. Okay, which means there's a lot of liquidity in this area, but this liquidity is for sell, is to bring the price down, and it's struggling to bring the price up. So Of course, Binance is a very manipulative coin. So chances are they'll release some news or where you need to buy Binance coin, right, to punch through. But if you're relying on the fundamental, right, you're wrong. But based on TA right now, it's not ready to go up yet. You can see it's struggling. It's struggling. The candle, look at that. It's indecisive. You see that? It's super indecisive. Okay. If I zoom in 30 minutes, okay, zoom in, open the time frame, it's struggling to go up. Some people say, oh, it's uptrend. It's uptrend, but it's not forming a chalk yet. This is the chalk. When it massively sell down, this is the point. I need this green side to be higher. I need it to go higher and then form me a small boss, then only I go in. Right now it's too early. I think Binance is a bit dangerous right now. I wouldn't be trading this. Okay. Is this a breakout? Shireen say Ocean. Okay. Ocean protocol. Scam, not scam, but fake AI project. Okay, same thing. I go one day. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, no breakout. The breakout should be around here, should be around here. I don't think this is a breakout unless you're looking at slanted. I'm not going to be looking at slanted for now, but if you want to look at slanted, let me see. Slanted, I'll just explain to you guys what slanted is. Basically, just imagine this, right? Okay, just imagine this. Slanted means that maybe the price is consolidating like this and then goes down, right? So this part here is considered a breakout. Be careful trading with the slanted ones because this is where it's the most easily manipulated, is to manipulate the retail TA. For example, here, you can see, because there's a lot of fake breakouts when it comes to slanted, okay? You want to, the idea here is that when it's slanted and then it breaks out like this, boom, right? And then massively goes up. This happens when the slanted movement gets very close to a very strong support at the bottom. Boom, 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 boom. Consolidate, 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 consolidate. Hits the support, flies up. Okay, so you need to make sure if it's near support, then the breakout can happen. Okay, if it's far from support, the breakout will not happen. Okay, let's go back to Ocean before I forget. Ocean, nope, that's not a breakout. Okay, Combo looks like a breakout. Okay, Combo, let's take a quick look. Combo, same thing, what do? I go big time frame first. I go big time frame first, take a quick look. Is there going to be a breakout? Yeah, so you see, you might think this is a resistance, right? But on a 12 hour, which is much more accurate due to it being a bigger time frame, there is a supply zone here. I will not see this as a breakout at all. In fact, I'm waiting for the chalk to come in. I need it to punch through the chalk first. Too early for me to play this. Okay. Let's look at the last one, which is OPUSDT. Okay, OPUSDT. Okay, let's see if there's a breakout. Let me see how do you see the breakout. Yeah, very important as well. So this is not a breakout at all. This is not a strong. How do you see a breakout? It has to be near the resistance or the support point. Okay, so you can see here, this is the resistance, swing high, swing low, support is here, resistance is here, this is resistance, okay? This is resistance, and then this is support, okay? So now we have established that. Now we need to see whether it's breaking out. Nothing is happening, there's no breakout here, right? There's no breakout here. Breakout is only happening at strong resistance point. Is this a strong resistance point? The fact that there's this thing here and then this thing here, I doubt so. It's not strong enough for me. It's not convincing enough for me. I would say maybe this area here can be a weak resistance, right? A smaller resistance. So for it to break out, it has to be either punches through this support or go up here. So the idea here is that let's say it goes up. Okay, it goes up. It has to retest here. And then you long once you retest, and then you exit here. Okay, very simple. And then if you are thinking that this thing is going to collapse, this thing is going to go down, okay, here's what you do. Here's what you do. Okay, collapse. Okay, collapse. It will always retest. Okay, it will retest. Okay, and then go all the way down. Okay, So my point is, when it punches through the support, don't go and short, because a lot of retail people, when they see, oh, it's breaking support now, we need to short it. That's when you get caught. You wait, you relax, you chill. Remember Desmond said, retest. It goes up, retest the support. You open here. You open your trade here. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the line. Sometimes it's like this. Okay, so you just need to wait for it to form. In this case, it's bearish, right? It's going downwards. So it needs to form a lower high. Once the lower high is formed, you short from the lower high. Not at the line. Never follow the line, because retail people only know how to look at line. If you look at line, you will die, right? Because smart money knows people, only newbie, like to look at line because it's easy. So what happened? They know if you follow line, you should die. That's why don't follow line. Follow the market structure, right? Follow the market structure. It goes down. Market structure shows you it's going to form a lower high. At the lower high, you short. You don't have to find a pinpoint accuracy where the number must be exactly at a point where it's about to turn. Just around this area is fine. Just make sure your stop loss is inside. Then we're good. Inside this, above this support level, then we are good. Okay, if that's making sense, please type in you in the chat. Please type in you in the chat. Okay. Now, there's a few more very important things I want to cover before we move on today, which is really, really crucial here. Few things here. Number one, okay, before I forget, and all these are super, super important for those of you who are gamblers. Just curious here, how many of you caught yourself gambling when you're trading? Be honest with me, type in me in the chat. Okay, because I went through that before, right? So one thing that is very important is you need to make sure you create what we call your trading mandate. Okay, this is super important. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh, this is boring stuff, right? But sometimes the boring stuff are the most important stuff, unfortunately. Okay, so trading mandate is what? Trading mandate is basically a game plan or a set of rules that you must follow when you trade, right? This is extremely, extremely important. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is going to be, what is your risk-reward ratio that you're trading? Okay, for instance, let's say for this trade here, I want to open a long position here, right? I promise myself that my risk-reward ratio must be 2.5 for me to open a trade. Now, in this case, should I open a trade, yes or no? No, I should not open a trade. I'll skip. Okay, I'll skip. So the risk-reward ratio, you must be able to identify what is your risk-reward ratio. My recommendation, if you're a brand new newbie, is 2.5, right? I think 2.5 is perfect. I think 2 is a bit risky right now with the market volatility. I think 3 is going to cost you not to open a lot trade. Then you don't get to practice. I do believe 2.5 is good. And as you trade more, you can slowly decrease this number or increase this number based on your particular trading lifestyle, because everybody is different. Second thing you need to ask yourself is, are you a scalper? Are you a day trader? Or are you a swing trader? Or are you a mixture? Right? What are you? Right? What are you? You have to understand this. What is your personality? I know scalpers that are terrible swing traders, and I know swing traders that are terrible scalpers, right? And I know some people that can do multiple. I personally am blessed that I can do multiple, but sometimes I cannot do multiple. For example, if I have guests coming over to my house, okay, like the other day, I have like 3 guests visiting me, okay, from Asia coming to visit my house, and I got very distracted. I cannot scalp, so I had to turn all my scalping contracts or scalping trades off and focus on swing trading, okay? So before I go on, I apologize. Let me just explain what is scalper, because some people think scalper means you wash hair or something like that, right? And I've gotten this question before. That's why I brought that up. Scalper are basically people that you open a trade and you're monitoring the chart, and then you close the chart very, very fast. Basically, your idea is you will often trade a very small time frame. For instance, you will trade, let's say, 5 minutes. Okay, we have a resident scalper expert, which is Mr. Aaron. So basically, how would you scalp? So you see there's a support level here, right? Let's say, is this support? It's not really support. Okay, but let's just assume this is support, okay, for the ease of teaching. So your idea here is you are just going to long here, and your goal is just to make this bounce, okay? Your goal is just to make this bounce. So this trade could probably take you just 5 minutes to enter, and then 5 minutes to hold the trade, and then you exit. Okay, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes. It's usually very, very fast, right? It's usually very, very fast. And some scalpers that I know, they even trade like 2-minute chart, 3-minute chart. They're trading again. Let's say they're trading this bounce here, because now it's at, let's say, support level. It's not really a support level, but let's say it's a support level. They're trading the bounce here. Let's say this become a green candle. Then it comes up here, they take profit here. Very, very fast. So the goal is like you open a lot of trade and then you exit very, very fast as well. Okay. This is something that I don't recommend for people that don't have time or don't have the attention. However, I recommend this for newbies to be trading on a first month level, which basically means when you're a newbie, you need the practice. You need to be able to trade in and trade out fast so you understand the system. So I recommend scalping, but scalp with demo account or scalp with $1, $2. Don't trade a lot of money. The goal is not to make a lot of money. The objective is to actually learn the ins and out of understanding of the price movement, right? If you understand, please type in yes. Okay, that's scalper. Day trading is more of my forte, and swing trading. Basically, I open in the morning, I close at night. That's day trading or intraday trading. Swing trading is basically hold for a few days. Okay, and what's the difference? Day trading, you usually look at 30-minute chart, 1 hour chart, 2 hours chart. Okay, to find your entry. Swing trading is I would say 1 hour and above to find your entry. Okay, so maybe like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to find your entry. Okay, that's how you look at time frame. Okay, if you understand this, type in U in the chat. Okay, mixture for me is based on like depending on your trade. For example, let's say, well, I didn't expect like the price to be pumping so fast. Then I suddenly went from a swing trader to become a day trader, right? Exit fast. Okay, isn't scalping technique range small? That percentage of roll is very small. Yes. So you scalp like 10%, 20%, 10%, 20%. You're going for quantity instead of quality of trade. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, just different strategy. Okay. Okay, we good. Okay, now, so this is very, very important. Very, very important. Scalping. Okay, you need to know, scalper, what kind of trader you are. Let me know, guys, based on your lifestyle, which one do you think fits you the best? Scalper, day trader, swing trader, or mixture? Right? Peter Francis said fees will be very high for scalping. It depends, huh? It depends. Because remember, on crypto, you're running on perpetual. Perpetual is very, very different. Fees are calculated based on your funding rate times your leverage. Okay. Mixture, day trader. I believe for most people, right, it will be day trader or swing, because swing is much more relaxed. But the issue with swing is you need to control your emotion. What do I mean by emotion? For instance, right, it's easier said than done, guys. It's easier said than done. What I mean by this is, for instance, okay, let me open this chart here for you. Okay, let's say, okay, let's say you, for some reason, like you, okay, let's say here wouldn't make sense right here. I want to find a point of the chart where I can trick you. Okay, so let's say here, I'll just use here. Okay, we go over here. Let's say you open a long position here and your stop loss you put here. Okay, you believe that this price of Theta will go up, which it eventually ended up in the green side. Yes. I tell you the tough part, right? The tough part is not taking profit. The tough part is not trading. The tough part is this part. Why? Can anyone tell me why? Can anyone tell me why? The tough part is this part. Why? Because, correct, Erica. Because you are going to feel like shit. You are going to feel like you are wrong. Because your whole account keeps showing red color. The unrealized loss keep appearing and then you panic. Because this happened with me. I almost closed my position the other day because I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I was wrong. I started like doubting my own ability. I started doubting myself. Why? I'll tell you why. Okay? Tell you why. Because I started shorting. Where is it again? I started shorting Bitcoin around here. It went all the way down here, which is, I was making good money, really good. And then I was holding it. And then it came back up. I was losing a huge chunk of money. I was like, God damn it, right? My thesis is wrong. I'm losing a bunch of money. Oh, I'm so stupid. What am I doing? This is a bull market. I started doubting myself, but I keep telling myself I need to believe in my own game plan, right? And then the price reverses and I take profit. Okay. So that's why I say you need to have your own trading mandate. You need to have your own rules, your game plan. Now, another thing that you need to make sure you have is going to be your position size. This is very important. Okay. Your position size. What is your position size? Now, if you have a small account, every single time you trade should be just 5%. Okay, should be just be 5%. If you have a big account, I would say 1 to 2.5%, depending on how big the account is, right? Of your derivatives wallet. Now, even for me right now, I'm not trading big amount because I know right now we're in sideways. This is where smart money is operating the most. So you need to be very, very careful when you are in a sideways market, because that is when the smart money is going to go for your stop loss. You all can go search for this thing called stop loss hunting. They literally go and find your stop loss and then liquidate your stop loss. Okay, so whenever you trade your derivatives wallet, make sure you only trade 5% of your derivatives wallet, because when you lose, you can come back because you still have 95% of your fund. But if you trade 50%, if you lose that 50%, it's very hard for you to come back, because the next trade you need to make 100% in order to break even, right? Then it becomes very, very difficult. If you understand me, type in U in the chat, okay? So 5% of your trading account, which is your unified trading account, okay? Your derivatives wallet, okay? Position size, very, very important. Next, your stop loss strategy, okay? So your stop loss strategy, very important as well. What kind of time frame do you trade? Now, when I say stop loss strategy, what I mean by stop loss strategy is going to be based on a time frame, because different time frame you will put your stop loss in different areas. So, for instance, right, let's say I go for a 30 minutes time frame. Okay, let's say we're all long here, we're all longing. Okay, 30 minutes time frame, you can see your stop loss you can put here. Okay, but when you zoom out, let's say I go to 3 hours. Okay, your stop loss will be put here. Let's say you want to put here, right? You see how far this thing is? This is a huge difference to your trade. This is a huge difference to your how much money you will lose when you hit stop loss. So then you need to ask yourself, what kind of stop loss setup do you want? What is your stop loss setup? This is very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Now, for me, the way I see this is, it depends whether you are a day trader or a swing trader. If you are a swing trader, your stop loss needs to be far away. I usually put my stop loss at the 2 hour, 3 hour, or 4 hour chart, right? Far away, because crypto is very volatile and I want to make sure that it doesn't just randomly hit my stop loss. Okay. But if I'm day trading, I'm like scalping, I will put closer, maybe within a 15 minutes to 1 hour chart, right? Closer. Okay. Then I can always adjust my stop loss if required. Then you also need to ask yourself, what is your TP strategy, guys? Your TP strategy. Today I taught you guys 2 TP strategy already. Do you remember? If remember, type in yes. Okay. The first one was you put your TP at every single lower highs or higher highs based on the market structure, 25, 25, 25, 25. Okay, or 33, 33, 33, 33. Also can, up to you. It based on your strategy, right? It doesn't have to be 25, 25, 25. If the market structure only have three levels, then you 33, 33, 33. If it's only have 1, 50, 50. Also can, up to you how you want to take profit, but you need to start taking profit over time. All right, that's the TP strategy. The second one, which I use the most, is moving the stop loss, right? Just a lot easier for me, okay? A lot more neat for me, especially if I have a lot of trades opening, okay? TP strategy, very, very important. Okay, the next thing is going to be very important as well, which is your confidence level, your conviction level, we call it, okay? There are some trades where you open because you think it might work, but there are some trades you know it's going to work. You get what I'm saying? If yes, type in yes in the chat. There's some trade you like, for sure. I'm very confident, right? Because why? Cup and handle forming, reverse head and shoulder. Everything is forming exactly what you want. All the signs are there, right? All the signs are there. The chalk is coming out. The boss is coming out. These are all what? These are called confluence. Confluence basically means, right? It's like, let's say you're dating a girl right now. Okay, you're dating a girl, very beautiful girl. She's like pageant, smart, and all this kind of stuff, right? But for one of her friends from high school come to you and say, this girl is crazy, right? And then this girl's mom come to you and say, this girl is crazy. And then this girl's best friend come to you and say, this girl is crazy. And then this girl's ex-boyfriend come to you and say, this girl is crazy. And then this girl's mental hospital doctor comes to you and tell you, this girl is crazy. Let me ask you this question. Do you think this girl is crazy? Yes or no? Even though she's gorgeous, beautiful, do you think she's crazy? Yes or no? Yeah, chances are she's crazy. Okay. This is called confluence when you have a lot of things confirming a fact. You understand what I'm saying? So when the confluence is high, that means your conviction level is high. That means when you trade, you can trade a bigger margin, you can trade a bigger amount, you can use a higher leverage. You get what I'm saying? So this, if this girl is crazy, then you need to make sure you date her longer, right? If this girl is everyone saying, oh, she's amazing, she's kind, everyone, this one can get married faster, can get married earlier. Okay, am I making sense when I explain it like this? Trading, when I say conviction level, means every single trade you will be able to tell, and once you trade enough, your heart will tell you whether this is a high conviction trade or low conviction trade. So sometimes you will see when I trade, I'll tell you this is a low, small position, this is a medium position, and then this is a big position. Big position is very, very convicted, very, very strong. Medium, halfway there. Small means small. So for instance, let's say if I'm buying spot, right? My big conviction trade, let's just say last month, okay, last month, my big conviction trade, I will lay down $5,000. Okay, big conviction is $5,000. Medium conviction, I'll put, let's say 2005. Small conviction, 500 to 1,000. Okay, so that's how I plan it out. Everybody is different, so you have to plan out yours. For let's say the way I trade futures, okay, or derivatives, same thing as well. High conviction, I put 5% of my position size. Sometimes I put up to 10% if after the trade is open and is following exactly, I'm already in profit zone, I will actually lay down more margin. Okay, so 5 to 10% high conviction. Okay, medium conviction will be 2.5 to 5. Not very confident, I put 1%. Okay, is this making sense? Type in yes in the chat, right? That's conviction level, very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Okay, then you need to find out what's your strategy. Okay, if I ask you to write a book about how you trade, what would be the content of the book? For example, I know a member here who does not want to be named because this member is very rich and very successful, but he doesn't want to be seen as a newbie. This guy only trade one pattern, only one pattern. He only trade cup and handle. So his whole book only got one page, cup and handle. But this guy did 50K this first quarter of this year in trading profits. Okay, 50K. Only cup and handle. Okay or not? If that's okay, type in good in the chat. So it's not about how much you know. It's not about how good of a trader you are. It's about how disciplined you are. Can we attend his course? Let me tell you this thing. His course will only teach you cup and handle, right? Basically, what is cup and handle? Cup and handle is just this. So he only opened one trade per week. And all he do is wait for this thing to happen and then start monitoring when this thing happen and then start long from here. Every week only got one trade. But he trade very big amount, just to let you know, because he's been trading for a very long time. And he realized that a lot of this trend thing, he's like me, ADHD, mentally unstable, right? A bit crazy. So guess what? He only wants one strategy, okay? Which is the cup and handle. Okay? If that's making sense to you, type in MS in the chat. So when people ask you, hey, what's your strategy? You need to be able to tell. I know another trader, actually I know a group of traders. They are called a bull flag traders. All they do is they look for something like this, a flag, and then they look for the consolidation like this. They draw a line like this, and then they wait for the breakout. Whenever a breakout, boom, they trade. They only trade this pattern. Okay? Cup and handle, same concept as chalk boss. No, not at all. No, different, totally different things. Right? Chalk boss is candlestick pattern. Okay? In terms of the market structure. Cup and handle is the whole chart pattern, right? Sui got cup and handle. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, right, you have to understand no trading at 100%, but let me take a quick look. Sui has a sell the news event. That's why one of the reasons. Okay. Where's the cup and handle? Let me see. I don't see any cup and handle. In fact, I see week off logic here. I don't see cup and handle here. Okay, I don't see cup and handle here at all. Is it this? Is this the cup? Is this the cup? There's no handle, right? There's no handle. You see the handle cannot make it. Zoom in. Where? 1 day, right? You say 1 day time frame. Is it here? Week off formation is too complex actually. Week off formation is a 1 day class on its own. Okay, 1 hour. Okay, let's go 1 hour. It's not 1 day, it's 1 hour. Where? Is it this? You see, there's no continuous. So the cup and handle needs to continuous. There's no continuous. So this is not really a cup and handle. Is it here? Also not. Is it here? I guess this is more closer, but however, this one does no continuous. You need to wait for the breakout. There's no breakout. The latest trend here. Here? There's no handle. Is this the handle you're looking for? Let's see. Let's draw out first. Okay. Cup, handle, cup. See it? It's retesting. Wait until the retest. Wait until the retest finish. It's doing exactly what we just explained just now, which is consolidation in liquidity area. What is this? Whenever you see price moving like this, guys, whenever you see price moving like this, don't underestimate this. Oh, nothing is happening here. This is where smart money operates. Okay, this is where smart money operates. You understand? This is where smart money operates. What are they doing here? They're going for a breakout. They're trying to break out. So they're trying to break out means what? So they're eating order right now. They're taking in orders right now. They're buying orders right now. Okay, so they're buying orders right now. Why? Because they probably want to plan for a breakout. So, but remember, there is a supply zone here. Okay, there is a supply zone here which we have to wait. So we wait first. This is not a trade to enter. We wait. What do we do? I will usually draw a line here. Okay, draw a line here. Open an alert. Boom, boom. Once it goes up bullish, I will enter later. You see, my strategy doesn't enter at the right sniper entry. Why? Because sniper entry is actually good, but your win rate is not so good, right? It's cool. Oh, I enter at the right price. It's an ego thing, right? For me, I rather not enter at all. I rather enter later, but a much more guaranteed trade. Okay, this is very important. So let's get back to this. What is your strategy? So these are the trading mandate that you need to understand. Right, you have to be able to know this. For example, guys, let's do some Q&A right now. Let's not Q&A, as in I question you, your answer, Ken. Right? I question you, you answer. Think of me as a friend over coffee, asking you a bunch of questions. Right? Okay, we will start with an easy question. How many of you here you are a Future Trends member? Yes or no? Okay, type in yes or no. Everyone just participate. I want you to get used to it. Okay, guys. If you're a Future Trends member, right, what is your risk to reward ratio? Can you tell me? What's your risk to reward ratio? Tell me, what's your risk to reward ratio? Tell me. 2.5, okay, very good. 2.5, oh, 2.5, very good. 2.5, very good. Or 3, wow, very good. 2.5, very good. 2.0, wow, okay, very good. At least 2, very good, fantastic. Are you a scalper? Are you a day trader? Are you a swing trader? Or a mix? What are you? Oh, Ken is a scalper. Wow, scalp mix. Wow, mate. Wow, day. Wow, fantastic. Scalper. Wow, amazing. Mix scalper. Wow, very good. Every time you enter a trade, right, I just want to know, right, like let's say your trading account size is $10,000 or 1,000. Let's say $1,000, right? How many percent do you enter? I'm just curious. Like every trade, what's your margin size? Wow, 5%. Wow, 10%. Wow, oh my goodness, 5. Wow, fantastic, really good. Wow, great, good news. Wow, damn. Okay, very good. Wow, and how do you set stop loss? I'm just curious. Like stop loss is very important, right? Risk management, right? Stop loss. How do you set? What's your strategy? Right? What's your strategy? Where do you put your stop loss? Okay, where do you put your stop loss? Okay, 25%, okay, 30%. What the heck? What is this kind of answer, right? Swing high, swing low. Yeah, you put where? You put the last low. You put the last key area, last low, right? Last key area, last low. Very good. Okay, last key area, last low. Very good. Okay, the last low, the second lows, the third lows. Very good. Okay, now then I need to ask you this one more question here. One more question, very important. Like, how do you TP? Like, do you just wait until it hits the price? Like, for example, right now, let's say we see a cup and handle in SWI, and then we open a trade right now. Do I TP at this price? Like, this is the resistance, isn't it? This is the last high key area. Do I TP at 1.33? Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it? How do you TP? I just want to know. Can you let me know? Okay. Oh, TP progressively. Wow, wow. Okay. Very. Oh, broken into 4 zones. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. How do you decide the zone? Is it zone 1, zone 2, zone 3? Oh, okay. Shift SL. Oh, moving SL. Very good. Fantastic. Oh, really good. And when you open a trade, right? Like this one is a cup and handle, but we're in a bearish zone right now. But we see some accumulation right now. What's your conviction level for this trade? Assuming 5 very convicted, very confident, 1 not so sure. What are you feeling right now? Okay. Okay. Shut the PC and wait. Okay. Oh, okay. Very good. Wait for the player. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Really good. Okay, just wanted to know. I'm a newbie trader. I just want to know how you guys trade. And what's your strategy? I'm just curious. Like, what specifically is your strategy? Are you trading certain patterns? Are you trading certain strategy? Are you look at what do you do? I just want to know. Right? How do you trade? Break and retest, okay. SNR, okay. Support resistant, okay. Chalk and boss, okay. Desmond Degen strategy, very good. Destroying future trends, I tell you, is you must be selling me MLM or something, right? C pattern, okay. Support resistant, okay. Very good. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so you guys have the trading mandate now. This is very, very important because this allows you to know exactly who you are as a person, who you are as a trader. Because if you don't even know who you are as a trader, you are trading randomly. And what's going to happen is you are gambling. You are gambling without the trading mandate. I'm sorry, you are gambling. How many of you agree? Type in A for agree in the chat, right? You are gambling. Okay. So this is very, very important. Okay. So we're going to go for a quick 5 minutes break. I know you guys have some chart requests. I will stay today a bit longer as well after the end of today's class to do some chart requests with you guys just so that I can settle you guys' questions. Don't worry, I see you guys like spamming things inside already. By the way, just to let you all know, you can also do chart requests in the Discord. But you need to make sure you label the chart on TradingView. You let me know which part I need to pay attention to. I will reply you in Discord as well. Is that okay? If that's okay, type in okay in the chat, right? Type in okay in the chat. Just need to make sure what I said earlier in earlier today, right? When you're asking me a question, okay, for example, you draw out scenarios for me if can. You draw out scenarios for me. I need to know, right? Let's say you think, is this going to go up? What if I long like this? You circle certain area for me to pay attention to, okay? Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a quick 5 minutes break. When we come back, we'll continue with the lesson today. I've got just a couple more things to teach you. And then I'll try to stay a bit longer to make sure we can get all the questions answers, okay? With that said, we go for 5 minutes break. Come back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Okay. Okay. How is it? Right. I'm always very concerned when we do TA because it's always like, it's not the easiest, it's not the funnest thing because you cannot tell stories, right? How do you tell stories? Well, when I was drinking my coffee, it has a cup and it has a handle. Then I started thinking how to trade. It's just not probable, correct? It's just not probable and it's not fun. Hey, do me a big favor, guys. Can you guys like just turn on the camera as well? Okay. Otherwise, I'm very lonely. Okay. I'm very lonely. Otherwise, I also have to get a few more dogs. Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can also see who are the one pranking me by giving me all these tough charts to to analyze. Uh, Later I'll stay around a bit longer. Don't worry. I'll make sure everybody's questions get answered. My goal this weekend is not so much to teach you everything got to do with TA. To be honest, I'm not here to be the encyclopedia, and you don't have to be the encyclopedia. My thing is that how can I make it easy for you where you don't have to trade a lot, but you get the result that you desire. That's my thing. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe in like you have to trade every day. I don't believe in the fact that you have to be like, oh, a professional trader in order to trade. I think that's BS. Okay. I think you need to be able to control and you need to be able to know where you need to get to, which I think is very, very important. Okay. So there's a few things that I need to share, which is common patterns, right? Common patterns that you will see in a lot of charts that you need to pay attention to. Okay. So if I want you guys to write it down and draw it out in the notebook because you remember better. I could have prepared a worksheet for you for this, but there's no point because at the end of the day, people throw away the worksheet. For instance, we prepare a workbook for a 3-day challenge, how to open an account, how to deposit, how to withdraw. Until today, we still get people asking us the same question. And then we send them the workbook. They say, just tell me what to do. Okay? So no point. So here's the thing. I will tell you a few common patterns you need to pay attention to that will dramatically change how you trade. First thing is going to be the key thing, the most powerful thing you need to understand is going to be, in my opinion, right, the 12-hour chart. You need to look at the 12-hour chart. Okay, I think 12-hour chart is very important. It is one day chart divided by 2. This is the chart where you see a lot of things that you might not be able to see clearly in a 1-day chart. Okay, there is this myth, which I personally don't know is true or not, that smart money manipulators, market makers, institutions, they trade timeline or time frame that normal people don't trade. Normal people trade 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day. Correct? Okay, if correct, type in yes. Right? To be honest, I personally think if you trade a weird time frame, you will see things a little bit differently. Okay, so I've been trading weird time frame. Like y'all use a lot 1 hour, right? I use 3 hours. Okay, only paid version on TradingView can check. Actually, I don't know. Maybe free version. Actually, I have no idea. Maybe y'all can check, right? But my point is that you can check 12 hours. You can check maybe even 10 hours or maybe even 6 hours. I think it tells you a lot of stories sometimes. Okay, and then what you need to do is going to be look at common patterns based on especially resistance and support. Okay, now here's the thing. The most common pattern you need to be very careful of is going to be the double top. Okay, double top looks like this. I think Sui has a double top. I think it's Sui. I cannot remember. Let me take a quick look. Okay. Okay. You need to be very careful with the double top. Okay, you need to be very careful with the double top. Okay, this is not a double top. Sorry, double top is usually very closely in terms of the same height. Okay, very closely with the same height, right? Price goes up, hit the top. Okay, usually this here is a resistance. Okay, comes back down, comes back up, touches it again, comes back down. So this is a bearish formation. Okay, bearish. Please type in bear in the chat if you understand. So this is a double top. So if you guys see double top patterns on the chart, please let us know in Discord. Okay, then I can go analyze for you whether if it's bearish or bullish. Okay, a double top is very nicely. Okay, let me ask you this question: what if suddenly a triple top occurs? What happens? Okay, bearish or bullish? Okay, it's even more bearish. Okay, however, why does a triple top occurs? A triple top occurs because usually smart money is manipulating the market. They are trying to, because they know the moment double top. Let me ask you this question. Let's say all of us work for an institution. We all work for a professional trading firm. Okay. You see a double top appears. You see a double top appears. Okay. But you don't have sufficient liquidity. You know the price is going to go down. What do? You are a smart money right now. What would you do if you are a smart money? Okay, what would you do? Okay, Yao say make the price higher. Why? Give me the reason why. Why? If you're smart money, right, you want to push the price out when everyone want to sell, when the retail want to sell. Why? Correct. Trigger the retail SL. Why? Because a lot of retail, what they're doing is they're probably shorting like this. Correct? Okay. So what do? So if you're smart money, you trigger them again. And then you only go down. So every time you see a triple top, or a head and shoulder, high chance the market maker is making moves. Okay. So if at a double top, you already enter a trade, you're already shorting, and then you hit stop loss, and it comes back up to form a triple top. you will start doubting yourself. You will start thinking that, well, just now double top doesn't work. Desmond said double top is bearish. He's bullshitting me. It doesn't work. This is what smart money wants you to think. You understand what I'm saying? Smart money wants you to doubt yourself so you don't open a trade. So then what happens? Then it really comes down. Okay? So anytime you see a pattern like this, it could be a head and shoulder type of look. Okay? It is all same, bearish. You need to maintain your game plan. Do not change your game plan. Possible 4 times, 6 times also possible, right? It doesn't matter how many times. Okay? It doesn't matter how many times. Just remember this. If it's at the top, near a resistance, and this is happening, it will come down. Okay? It will come down. If you understand, please type in U in the chat. Very common pattern. Now, let's say we are at a support level and this happened. Bullish or bearish? Okay? Bullish or bearish? It is bullish. Okay? It is bullish. If you see this pattern, it's called double bottom. You let me know as well in the Discord. Let everybody know. Help each other out. However, here's what a lot of retail people would do. They will open a long position here, let's say. Okay? Oh, I'm making damn good profit. You see that? Oh, I'm damn smart. I see support. I immediately long. I am in profit, correct? I'm in profit, yes or no? Okay? And then how many of you seen this happen before? Then it's like, when you were asleep, before you went to sleep, you're in profit, let's say 50%. Wow, I'm such a genius. I'm a good trader. Tomorrow you wake up, Bybit tells you hit stop loss. Okay, why? This is called liquidity purge or liquidity tap or liquidity sweep or liquidity grab. Same thing. Okay. Wyckoff practitioner will call this a spring. Okay. If this happens to you, why? Number 1 is to scare you. Number 2 is to take your stop loss liquidity. Because when you are in a long position, your stop loss is a buy or sell order. Okay. Yeah. So it allows them to buy a cheaper price and then move the price up. You get what I'm saying? They get cheaper liquidity. They get cheap liquidity before they move the price up. Okay? So this will happen. Okay? This will happen. Is there a way to avoid this? The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay? That's why we trade chalk and boss. Because chalk and boss, if it appears after this, it's a very strong move up. If you see something like this, right? Like you draw a support and it dips below the support and comes out very fast within, let's say, a few hours, boom, price back up. I can guarantee you the next chalk and boss of being very clear, I can guarantee you a long green candle is coming. Okay, a long green candle is coming. We don't know when, but it is coming. I'm very sure next few days, maybe next few hours, right? So the pattern to see is when you see a double bottom like this, yes, the right thing is to long. But sometimes it will go back down and dip it. If it go back down and dip it, you get hit with your stop loss, then you ask yourself, why did I open this trade in the first place? Oh, double bottom. But now that you lose money already because of your stop loss, what do? The right thing to do is to continue with your game plan. Because smart money want to change your game plan. They know retail, right? You all don't have SOP. Retail people don't have SOP. Retail traders don't have SOP. You all don't have a process. You trade whenever you feel like. You trade whenever you are free. Sometimes you trade, sometimes you don't trade. Sometimes you trade because you want to gamble. That's how smart money knows how to trap you. But smart money, the reason why they're successful is because they have a formula. They have a team of traders. The team of traders must follow the exact formula. You understand what I'm saying? So you think that you need to think like as though as you're working for smart money. Boop, boop, boop. Come down, hit your stop loss. Aye. Painful. I lost 5%. But my thesis is still correct. This is a strong support. This is a double bottom. This is a liquidity tap, which means the price is about to fly. But problem is, we don't know how many times it will tap. Sometimes it taps 2 times. Sometimes it taps 3 times. I never seen it more than 5 times, but sometimes it taps 2 times, 3 times. The thing is, it's easy to say. It's easy for me to say because I also experienced this. I experienced this where it tapped the first time. I say, Smart money is at play. Don't worry. I know exactly what to do. I long again. Then freaking hell, it tapped me again. Freaking hell. Okay. And then I was like, nah, damn it. Let me long again. I long again. It tapped me again 3 times. And then by the time it hit the third time, even though I've been trading for so long, even though I know exactly what's going on, I started doubting myself. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe today is not the day. Maybe there's something I don't understand. I started doubting myself and I started not opening the trade anymore. And then one day later, I come back, the long green candle appears. Freaking hell. How many of you have something like this or similar experience before? Right? So what do we do? What do we do? I'll be honest with you. My answer is very boring, guys, but it works. The answer is you wait for two things to come out. Okay? Mr. Chalk and Mr. Boss. When Mr. Chalk and Mr. Boss comes out, that's when you can safely open position. Why do we get hit with this stop loss? Because we are greedy. Why are we greedy? Because we want to catch the bottom. You get what I'm saying? Because we want to catch the bottom. Because earning 100% is not, for example, you need to, let's say the chalk only appears here. You should be opening in this area, not here. But you feel like, wow, if I open here, I'm very powerful. If I open here, I'm very smart. I can make more money, right? Your ego, your greed is killing your trade without you even knowing. If you understand right now, type in you in the chat. Okay? Okay. These patterns are very important. Now, the fourth pattern, not the fourth, but the third pattern, I guess, is obviously head and shoulder. We covered that already, right? So it's very basic. Actually, head and shoulder is a triple top. Okay, it's a triple top, except this is a liquidity purge. The head is a liquidity purge or liquidity tap. Okay, so it's the same. I don't want you to just follow formula and not understand why. Okay, then the next pattern is obviously going to be cup and handle. Okay, cup and handle, and specifically the best ones that we see is going to be, I can't remember what's the name for this. Maybe the TA guys can remember. It will be a shape like this, right? This kind of shape. Okay, shape retest flies up. Okay, this is the best type of shape. Okay, Batman ear. What is it called? Batman? No, it's not called Batman ear. You guys are bullshitting me, right? Okay. Basically, the idea is the shape is going to be, it doesn't matter, but the shape has to be like a bowl. Okay, have to be a bowl. Why? Because during a bowl, especially if this is the demand zone or support area, okay, this line is demand and support area, smart money accumulates in this area. Remember, a lot of these assets, right, they are backed by market maker. So market maker already have a big position inside, right? So they will not let the price sit here forever. So they will raise money and push the price up. And then you will buy. You will buy, and then they will sell one round to recover their funds and then only push the price up. So that's why cup and handle is formed. Now you see it, you type in wow. If you see it now, you're typing wow, right? So Becky said, I always have difficulty see cup and handle, then don't trade cup and handle. It's very simple, right? Because sometimes I also cannot see, so I don't trade. I don't trade cup and handle. I want to be honest with you. I don't trade cup and handle, right? So if you can't see it, don't, because some people, they say, oh, I can see it all the time, right? I don't know why you all cannot see it. Then you trade it. If you cannot see it, then don't trade it. It's very, very simple, right? So just like me, right? You don't have to use all the strategy, right? I'm just telling you a lot so that you see which part of pieces of the day that you learn. You learn something and then you capture it, you understand it, you keep it, right? Okay, the next one you will see a lot in the bull market is going to be this pattern. The price goes up. Okay, this is on a bigger time frame, usually 1 day, 6 hours, right? And then it starts forming this kind of pattern. Okay, it starts forming like this type of pattern coming down like this. Okay, but this coming down like this, it must be 45 degree. It must be this angle. Okay, so this is called a flagpole. Flagpole. The price going up, and then the price must goes down, and then the pattern must be like sorry. Okay, the pattern must be like this. This cannot be straight. It has to be like squeezing. It's like squeezing down. Does it make sense? Okay. Because a lot of these are patterns, quite hard to talk about. Let me just draw again. I apologize. I feel like I'm not making sense. Give me 1 more second. Let me see if I can make more sense. If I'm not making sense, you let me know, because sometimes I overestimate my explaining ability. Okay, so let's say this is the flagpole. Okay, and then you will have like pattern like this. What I want to see is that the pattern gets smaller and smaller. The volatility gets smaller and smaller. Why? I want it to be squeezed. Okay, not descending triangle. I'm looking for bull flag actually. Okay, something like this. I need this pattern. Okay, it doesn't matter what the name is, guys. Just don't worry about the names, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I have to worry about the names." The forex guys, they like to worry about the names. For me, the names don't matter. The most important thing is you must understand why the price will either go up or go down, right? For instance, why does a squeeze like this creates a price movement upwards? You will see this very, very commonly. The reason is because this is a consolidation pattern for smart money, right? What is a consolidation pattern for smart money? You have to understand, once the prices fly so high, so fast, right? The problem is the seller is getting less and less and less. Because if you know whatever you're holding right now, the price is going up, you will not sell now, correct? For example, let's say all of you are holding a coin called DES. Everyone please type in DES, D-E-S. Okay, you're holding a coin called DES. Okay, and every day you wake up, the price increases 10%. Every day, it's been a week. Every day you wake up, the price just keep going up non-stop, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, right? Let me ask you this question. On the 8th day, you have to be honest with me, guys. Would you consider keeping it for another day, or would you consider selling it? Don't think in a logical way. Think as a person, as a real person, right? I have to be honest. All of you say sell. You all say it's easy. I can guarantee you most of you will keep it. Okay? Human psychology says you are greedy and you will keep it. Right? If you say sell, you are just being logical. You are doing the right thing. But humans don't do the right thing. Correct? Okay? Humans don't do the right thing. So the purpose of this chart, you see the price keep going up. The flag. There's not enough seller. So the smart money need to create some sellers. They need to get more sellers involved. They need to get more people to sell. How do they scare you? How do they scare you? Okay, basics of trading, they scare you by forming lower highs and lower lows. How many of you see that now? Price goes up, right? Price goes up. Okay, price don't go up in a straight line, right? So like this, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, boop. And then suddenly forming a lower high. What do you see now? Retail traders say, I'm very smart. My guru say, lower high, downtrend, we short. We start selling. Yes or no? Agree, type in A in the chat. A lot of people do this. Okay? Oh, it's dying. Okay? So, downtrend. Wow, downtrend. No good. Downtrend. Okay? A lot of people start selling slowly. We need this slow selling pattern for the smart money to be buying. So when they buy, you have to remember why the support level, why the bottom line must also have this pattern. Okay? Because it shows one thing, right? It shows one thing. It shows that the price is being pressed into a very tight region, okay, where there's only a high probability of an option it going up. Okay, why? Because now the price is cheap enough to reach a position where a spring effect can take place, where a price will go up. Okay, where a price will go up. Now, this pattern is 75% most of the time. It's not 100%. I tell you, I've seen it like this. I've seen bond chart. So I traded bond, I think 2 months ago. I was very I was very confident because it formed this pattern, and then it went like this. It went like this. I was like, oh, damn it, right? So it does happen. I just want you all to know. But 75% of the time, you will see it going up. Okay? But the reason why we want it to be condensed into a tight area is because when the resistance and support becomes very close to each other, okay, or the supply and demand zone specifically become very close to each other, right? Smart money will push the price up based on what is the market condition. If the market condition right now, especially right now, is bullish, the price is likely to go up. Okay? Because that means smart money, the way they see it, right? They already start buying in this area. Think about it. If you start buying in this area, suddenly the price cannot go up. That means you are not making profits as a smart money. Let's say you buy here, on average, your price is $1. So you want the price to go up to $2 on each sell. But if the price goes down, you lose money. You get what I'm saying? So you are doing your best here to press the price to go up. So you started calling all your friends, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Jump Trading, multi-coin capital, you start calling Citadel Securities and you say, guys, my average is $1. What's your average? Oh, my average is $2. What's your average? Okay, let's pump the price up. Let's buy even more. Boom, they push the price up. Okay. Meanwhile, retail sold here. So if you look at Bitcoin chart, okay, if terbalik, yes, technically yes. Terbalik means a reverse. Okay, if I look at Bitcoin chart, which is, I'll go for 5-day chart, let me see. Okay, you will notice actually it forms something very, very similar. It's not very clear. Maybe 5 days, not very clear. I'll go for 3 days. Okay, it forms something very, very clear. Here, you can see as the price goes up, it forms a consolidation, right? It forms a declining. This one got news impact. That's why you can see January got news impact. This is ETF news. That's why, right? Boom, boom. Okay, it always moves in this region. It always moves in this pattern. You see that? You see that? Let me take out a trend line. Okay, it moves in this pattern and then price pumps. Okay, it moves in this pattern and then price pumps. Okay, okay, this is not it. Okay, right here. This is the right one. Okay, it moves in this region around this area. You can see, and the price goes up. Right? We are looking for regions like this. We're looking for regions like this. Okay, so this one don't have. Yeah, why this one don't have? Not a strong flag pull, goes down, and then also news impact. Remember, bull flag is heavily impacted by news. Do not trade if the news is impactful. That's why some people are saying that right now, especially with BTC, okay, some people are saying, okay, is it forming a bull flag? If it's forming a bull flag, this is freaking good for Bitcoin. This is very, very positive for Bitcoin because if this keeps going in this pattern, the price will go up. Okay, but remember, we are on a 2-day chart. So for this to happen, let's say it has to be compressed for another few weeks. So we are looking at end of May, around end of May, for the price to fly. Okay, for the price to fly. So we have a bit of time. If it follows exactly our plan, there's no crazy news coming up, right? So this is what we're looking for. Okay. If you understand, please type in you in the chat so I get a basic idea. So these are the common patterns that you all need to be watching out for. So I would say the most pattern that I've started to see right now is going to be double top, triple top, double bottom, triple bottom. These are the ones that you need to pay close attention to. Okay. And you also need to pay attention to one thing, which is liquidity purge or liquidity tap, right? Any pattern at all, it doesn't matter as long as you will be drawing a line. Let's say you'll be drawing a line. Okay, if you see suddenly the price, it has been historically, especially on a bigger time frame, let's say 4 hours and above, it has always been moving in this area. Suddenly it comes out, then come back in. Why is that? This is a liquidity purge. There is a high chance the price is about to fly. I don't know when, but this is smart money buying at a cheaper price. Okay, because it's proving that this support is very strong. So it will come out, take the orders, and then maintain inside this area, and then fly out. Okay, it's just that simple. Okay, so these are the patterns that you need to watch out for. Okay, and you have to always remember. Okay, you always have to remember that at the end of the day, all of these are a probability. All of these are probability, but you need to use what I call confluence. Just remember the crazy girl story. If everyone tells you she's crazy, she's probably crazy. If you're trading here, you see this is a retest, you see, okay, this is a bull flag, most likely the price will go up. Okay? Most likely the price will go up. How further it will go down? Maybe around this area. Okay? And then it goes up. It is a possibility. We just don't know how it will go, how far it will go down. That's why it's a lot less stress if you trade a bigger time frame. If you trade a bigger time frame, the stress is a lot less. Okay? So this is something that you have to pay attention to. Okay? This is good. If you guys are learning something, just let me know. Type in you in the chat so I know. Okay? Just type in you in the chat. So usually at the final segment of today's class, what I will do is that I will actually go and I'll actually go and do some chart requests. So we all can go study some chart. Maybe we can go look at some potential trade plays. So what I would like you to do later on, okay, because we still have time. So let me just take a quick look at the time because I always get very, okay, yeah, we still have time. So we'll always look at a few charts today, and then we will use those charts to draw different scenarios on different case studies. Anand say recap. Yes, this is exactly what I'm thinking. We will use those exact live price, and then we'll recap, and then we see if we can do some live trades together. Is that something that you guys are on? If you guys feel like, wow, that's quite fun, let's do it together. If you guys feels good with that, type in yes in the chat. Okay, right? We will try to do that. However, I do have to talk a little bit about Whale Accelerator program first. I'll just do a quick 30 minutes about this. Now, I just want to ask you guys, have you guys received the SMS from our team? I just want to double check, right? If you have received the SMS, whether you're whitelisted, blacklisted, let me know. Okay. So I need to talk a little bit about this because we just got a message from ATIA. We just got some message from another project called STAN, S-T-A-N. I cannot tell you too much about that, but it's the biggest gaming project in India, something that I'm studying. I'll be studying later. I studied some yesterday. So I need to talk a little bit about Whale Accelerator program because yesterday, Jonathan talked to you a little bit about it, what it is, and the bull market blueprint as well. Just to do a quick recap to you guys. Whale Accelerator program, currently we are invested in ATIA, right? You all hear about ATIA. How many of you already know what ATIA is? Maybe you did some research on ATIA already. If yes, just let me know in the chat. Yes. Okay. Just wanted to know. ATIA, it's a quite strong project. Okay. I'm quite bullish on this project. In fact, I know a guy here in Dubai who's very wealthy, drives not one but two Ferrari, and I asked him what happened to his Ferrari during the flood. He said his housekeeper drove the Ferrari back to the housekeeper's home, so he haven't seen his Ferrari since 2 weeks ago. So now his housekeeper apparently have his Ferrari and it's okay. So apparently if you're a housekeeper, you can drive Ferrari in Dubai, right? So anyway, so he was begging me, Desmond, can I invest 100K in the ATIA? I say the round is already closed. I wish I can because the more I study, the more I want to invest. I actually invested too little, so now I also want to invest more. But I have to allocate some to our members as well so that we can win together. So there's no way we can actually allocate more because they have given us a very limited allocation. Now I don't know if Jonathan explained to you how it works. Let me recap again because I hear his presentation yesterday, but I want to make sure that you guys understand this a second time as well. Companies like ATIA, they don't need our money. You understand? They don't need our money. So why ATIA likes us? To be honest, I'll tell you why. Because me and Jonathan are very good swimmers. When Dubai flood happened, we didn't swim, but it was supposed to be a joke. But we braved ourselves to go meet the co-founder. Initially, it was just supposed to be an interview. Right? And when someone works so hard to try to work with you, do you feel the sincerity, yes or no? Let's say where you live right now is raining and it's flooding and knee-high flood. No taxis are going there, no cars are going there. And let's say I brave the flood and I come and meet you. Do you think you can feel the sincerity that we want to work together, yes or no? That we will work very hard to make sure the deal happen, right? So that's number one. So ATIA deal happened because of that, right? It was because of Dubai flood. I was telling Jonathan that the Dubai flood was actually a blessing in disguise for us. I don't think we have gotten the deal if not for this. And right now we're trying to get the ATIA edge for you guys as well. So I'm hoping that because it's a different team, I hope that they can see that we fought very hard for the ATIA brand. Okay. And number two is we are invested in Humanity Protocol. And this one, I think Jonathan also showed you. And the reason why I invested in this was because if you look into this, how many of you heard of Yat Siu before? Yat Siu is arguably like the most famous Asian crypto guy in the gaming metaverse VR narrative. Very, very big. He commands a huge following. And then also Sandeep. Sandeep is with Polygon. So we didn't invest as much as ATIA because I'm a little bit not very sure about this project, mainly because it's a proof of humanity project. How many of you know what's a proof of humanity? Type in POH, proof of humanity. Basically, in the future, or even right now, people won't know who is AI and who is human. So the way you know a human apart from an AI is through something called proof of humanity. If you understand now, type in U in the chat, right? So I don't know if you know, right? In Japan, and I think in China as well, you can get AI girlfriend. Okay, you can get AI girlfriend who's outperforming your current girlfriend and outperforming your current wife, right? This AI girlfriend will know you better than you know yourself, right? So these people are dating robots basically, okay? And what if in the future, right, on a dating apps like Tinder and all this, you're swiping left, right, but you don't know who's human and who's AI, okay? But what if this humanity protocol, right, can able to separate who is real and who is not based on their technology, based on like handprints, palm prints, retina, things like that.